Welcome to Top in the Shop. Welcome to Top in the Shop for July 8th. 2021. I am your stream host for this evening, Robbie V. Joining me on commentary, Mr. Watson Chan over the shoulder here. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. It's always a little bit low. As usual, guys, let us know how it looks. Let us know how it sounds on the other end here. Appreciate you guys hanging out during the intro and the warm-ups and all that. So, exclamation point bracket will get you where you need to go. But first, let's give a shout-outs to Game Cafe. Oh, man, online edition. This is an old stream setup.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Shout out to Game Cafe. Check them out on the internet. Champion edition. Just make this work on the fly. Man, it's always something, but that's how it goes, though.
Yeah.
It's going to be very nicely not centered.
Add Astra with the Ryu pick. Interesting.
So I'm playing Ryu in warm-ups. All right, so we're going to jump straight into it here.
Ryu is pretty strong in this version of the game, so
probably the strongest he's been since Season 1.
Yeah, for sure.
And actually a pretty good matchup against Cammy, who under normal circumstances, I think a lot of people would agree that she can kind of mulch up Shotos. Mm-hmm. Just for the fact that she's got a couple anti-fireball options, V-Skill 1 being the main one that Happy Trees has. But the goal here is, and I'll probably mention it a couple times throughout the night because we have a couple Cammy players in the building, if as a Shoto you get 20% off Cammy before she gets that one bar and nullify your fireball game, you have won the mini quest. There is a hooligan combo from downtown, thread the needle over that fireball. Gotta be careful with the dive case. Let's see some damage.
It's better than nothing, but you can definitely get a lot more on Spiral Arrow.
Yeah, stand medium punch, crouch fierce probably. Ooh, okay, V-Skill 2, just realized that given that extra layer of parry for Ryu.
He was too far for the fireball, the combo. That was unfortunate.
Minus like 20 on that V-Trigger. So V-Trigger 2 for Ryu. Lets him get more damage off of DPs and low forward fireballs for sure.
Yep.
Oh, tried to guess.
Yeah, Happy Tree's definitely going to be aware of the threat of that parry because he also plays Ryu himself. So.
Yep.
I was going to say, it's very important if you're going to play V-Trigger 2 Ryu to get in the habit of confirming low forward donkey kick because Fireball doesn't combo at max range.
It's pretty much every special Ryu has can go into V-Trigger 2 except for Tatsu.
Yeah.
Oh no, he was so close to stun.
The only EX move he can do into it is Fireball though, the other EX.
So Ad Astra got kind of stuck talking about overall matchups, but
yeah.
Important to note that he landed 3 throws back to back mid-screen. So I want to talk about Season 1. We're back to throw loop land.
Oh yeah, Ryu's post-throw game is really strong now. Although Cammy is one of the characters that can escape his throw Oki with backdash, but that's still kind of a risky option if he calls it out. Nice, just patience. Gets the anti-air. Big challenge from Happy Trees though, nets himself counter hit combo, but puts himself in the corner with the EX spiral. Gonna get the Oki. Oh, and Ad Astra woke up button and it paid off. Still though, one more hit's gonna seal it and that EX spiral gonna do it even with the nerfs. Still gonna get through that fireball at that range.
Thanks for the heads up on the audio thing. Windows always wants to hold your hand. Every time you plug something in a USB slot, it's always like, I'll handle this. Yeah. I'll take it over. Yeah, so it defaulted out to a different output. Thanks, Rouse Barkley, for that update. Appreciate the subs, guys.
So Happy Tree's going to take the first game, but Ad Astra not out of it.
He's using that V-Skill too, like a Street Fighter 4 focused attack. I'm here for it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm here for it. V break at every given opportunity. It's a good idea, especially because you have the 2-bar V trigger on Ryu.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm a big fan of the V skill 2 choice. Honestly, it's good in some matchups. I don't think Cammy is one of them.
It's just kind of like it's like a parry. I don't know if I want to say it's a win more, but it's a parry more option. Like V skill 1 already really does the trick. Light punch DP on wake up. Again, I mentioned Street Fighter 4, but not in that realm.
Yeah, and one thing V skill 2 does give Ryu is a better higher damage meterless confirm, because you can do target combo, which he has the new target combo that forces standing now.
Ooh, damage here.
Yeah.
Hey, and see that? That was a. You see that Tatsu hitting crouch. That's one of the big buffs that Ryu got.
Yeah, one of the most important ones for sure. Because one of his big issues before was not being able to keep his offense going against crouchers without spinning meter.
Yep.
But Happy Tree's gonna take the set 2-0.
I like the idea. I mean, I don't think that Bison particularly like suffers in the matchup against Cammy. But Ryu definitely is a solid. If you want to call it a counter pick option against Cammy.
I feel like it's a lateral move as far as the matchup numbers go. Like, I think you're basically trading a 5-5 for another 5-5. It's kind of how I feel about it anyway.
Yeah.
Although I'm not a Bison expert, so Bison mains might feel differently about the matchup than I do.
It's like, well, where is Bison going to suffer in that matchup? Dive kicks. So it's like, okay, so you're trading for a Shoryu, you're trading for an anti-air in that regard. Also the parry to deal with Cammy V trigger 1 dive kicks on the way in. Right. Yeah, you're probably right though. It's a lateral move, but it's a move that has probably easier to execute options than Bison. But hey man, if you're playing Bison right now in the year 2021 against Cammy, both these characters are on the disc that you buy.
Yeah,
You know, so it's like if you don't have a good approach to that matchup.
Also, both two of the strongest characters in the game, in my opinion.
Definitely, I don't think either one of these characters have dropped below A tier since the game has come out.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a short bracket tonight, guys. Already on to, that was just a little taste. Winners round 2 coming up next here.
Yeah, I think you're right, Chachi. I think some people look at it on the surface and they're like, oh, Ryu has a parry and a DP, so he can anti-air Cammy consistently, right? And it's like, well,
Frank Umar and Tim.
She just has so many ways to vary her air approach that even with those tools, they're not necessarily a catch-all.
Oh no, I mean, the thing I think about Cammy is like, as Bison, you can't throw a bad fireball, you know? So it kind of like takes that choice off the table.
Yeah, I don't think like before. So only one of his Psycho Balls on block is a true block string, and that's the one that's minus.
Yeah, the light one.
So before, Cammy could EX spiral through the other Psycho Ball pressure, but now I'm not sure if she still can, since it's projectile invuln on frame 4 instead of frame 1.
All right, so coming up, we've got Frank Umar, who is probably the best player in the state, and and we have if you are a PPC&G, Pew Pew Card and Game old head, if you've been watching the stream since 2012, you might recognize the grown-up face of Tim Rona on stream now. One of the OGs when it comes to the PPC&G scene way back in 2012. In fact, the first ever Top in the Shop upload featured Tim versus Aaron, Momslayer 69, and like the stream is all like gray and crappy and I don't know what I'm doing, because it's like the first time I've ever been on the internet. But you can hear in the background people like, let's go Tim, oh let's go Aaron. So he's been away from the game, but he's hitting Street Fighter 5 hard. He's been this is like week 2 for him. This is week 1 of him owning his own stick and getting straight into Street Fighter. So he is sticking with his tried and true main Ryu.
GameVet, we do this every week unless otherwise stated on the Facebook page.
Yeah, there won't be a bracket next week, but it'll be Dojo, so perfect time to come out, introduce yourself to the community, grind some games, so on and so forth. So let's talk about another Ryu player, another Ryu on the screen versus Ed. Ed, unorthodox style of fireballs. one of the worst DPs in the entire game in terms of startup frame. So probably another 5-5 matchup, and that's kind of an indication of how good the balance is in this game.
Yeah.
And where really Ryu sits on the chart is a lot of 5-5s. So early jump in, you know Frank Umar is taking that off. So let's count that stand medium punch as a dragon punch. Tim already back to the wall. Frank Umar pouring it on quick here in the Winter Wonderland. Christmas in July. Ooh, cross up. Yeah, so it looks like Tim's trying to get that DP locked and loaded. Hail Mary sweep works out for Frank Umar. Another jump in. So again, Frank Umar smelling blood in the water, saying, man, if you're going to play Ryu, if you're going to play the World Warrior, you better have those anti-airs on deck, otherwise I'm going to go crazy.
Yep.
And that's exactly what he's doing right now. So just stand over him, EX, DP. So hard call out. Basically, if you have the life to throw away, which clearly Frank Umar did, then it is time to do some crazy shenanigans. Neutral jumping, still no answer from Tim, so Ryu with the 3-frame jab, can do 3-frame jab on wake up, try to as little get off in the option. Ooh, but Frank with the meaty to stuff that wake up button. Neutral jump, Tim trying to figure it out, EXDP, Frank Umar being an absolute bully right now. He's like, look, young man, I don't give a heck, a dang, a crap what game you came from or how long ago you were on this stream. Welcome to 2021 in style. Ed taking game number 1.
Yeah.
Round 1.
So I'd like to see Tim try to, 1, establish those anti-airs, 2, hasn't thrown enough fireballs for Frank Umar to start using V-Skill 2. They kind of showed him early on, like, look, if you don't know how to deal with this is going to be free. Stand light kick, got to find a mark on that roundhouse blocked by Ed, or sent out by Ed.
Yep, it is -4, and Ryu probably with the second best stand light kick in the game behind Sakura.
Yep.
As far as punishing -4 stuff goes.
Oh, Tatsu, shoot up. There's a lot of ground level fundamentals. I like the idea of the V reversal. You know, again, it's kind of the universal get off me tool. Solar plexus trying to move forward here. Umar with the check on the jab, still using that V skill. Oh, okay. There comes V trigger 2. Tim's eyes lighting up like what is going to happen here.
Yeah, we traded with it.
Trade on the snatcher. I wonder what. I'm sure Ed gets nothing out of that. Yeah, off that trade. Oh, EX fireball. So immediately Tim backdashing to try to get some space, and Frank Umar closing the gap. It's not a matter of when will this player jump. It's a matter of he's going to do it. Crouch fierce, medium punch DP, anything to try to get this guy out of the sky, moving coast to coast here. Full stick of butter. This is going to be perfect. Oh, but Frank Umar is terrible at execution. I know drumming 3 buttons, drumming 2 buttons is hard enough. He's just like, 1 button too many for that Superman. Can't do it. Actually, you don't even have to do that in Street Fighter 5. You just do 1 button.
Yeah.
SMH. You better apologize to Tim. Hey, man. You got your ass whooped, young man. And Tim knows that. He's been around the game long enough. But Frank Umar just got himself a bullseye. What a bully. But I got Digimon and Beamsman on stream, please. Digimon and Beamsman. After that, Valtteri. After that, again, Dap and Happy Trees. Digimon, Beamsman, Dap, Happy Trees, Watson Chan, Valtteri. Exclamation point bracket will get you guys caught up if you're watching from home. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Took a little bit of a break from Topping the Shop to enjoy the holiday weekend, and it's only been 1 week, and it feels like it's been a lot longer than that. So, glad to be back down here at Game Cafe. Check out Game Cafe, by the way, www.playgamecafe.com. You can also just Google them. Super top tier place for all things tabletop board games, etc., etc.
Yep. They also do. I think Nick D'Angelo has started hosting Smash again on Wednesdays.
Yes.
I'm not totally sure.
Yeah, Smash Ultimate. Ultimate, right? Mm-hmm. I still somehow freeze and think it's Smash 4. To my understanding, if you're on the Smash KC Smash page, they do every Wednesday here. But they have a cap on entries, so you have to sign up ahead of time because they're still taking the COVID thing very seriously, as we all are too. Where everybody down here is vaccinated, but even then they want to kind of take that extra step.
Right.
All right, so we've got Digimon movie OST, Beans Man. I'm like a hawk right now. I'm trying to see who is too much in the Guilty Gear Strive zone and who's going to have to who can shift gears fast to get into Street Fighter V.
Yeah, well, I know Beansman and I were playing casuals before the tournament, and he said, I don't know. He's like, I don't know how you just switch between games like that. And I was just like,
I play Soul.
No, I was just like, man, I've been playing fighting games for so long that it's just, you start to see, the more games you play, the more stuff seems the same rather than different.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just like, you know, if you're a basketball player in the winter and then you switch to track and field in the spring and then you go to football in the fall, it's like, hey, man, running, conditioning, hand-eye coordination, all that stuff carries over to all three of those sports. And fighting games, again, that's kind of the fundamentals. It's the concept of a frame trap. It's the concept of a hit confirm. It's the concept of an anti-air. All of that's going to be universal. It literally does not matter what fighting game you're playing, except I think Fantasy Strike, you just can't crouch, so whatever.
Yeah, that game doesn't count, though.
No, it doesn't. Kage on the Sun Moon stage, Beansman with the formal wear here. Ooh, early jump in again. So seeing,
No anti-air.
I'm going to assume this is going to be some of the Strive muscle memory hanging in here. A lot of air dashes, a lot of people on the block in the air. Nice confirmed. Beansman with the corner. Doesn't spin the meter for the damage.
I will say one thing that I've noticed about my own play anyways, like going back and forth from Strive to SF5, is that I've been going air to air a lot more in SF5. Because that's a pretty strong option to Strive.
The Kage 1-2 special, stand fierce punch, what a shimmy.
Big shimmy, but dropped the punish.
Hey, we'll count it though.
Got hit by the okie doke.
Man, Beansman with back-to-back.
He's like, I got the DP too.
EX reverses.
Watch out.
Alright, so Beansman saving on that meter for that EX Dragon Punch. Karin's best anti-air option here. So one thing, I mean, that's the Kage 2-piece right there.
Yep.
Forward heavy punch, roundhouse, -4 on block. The Karin definitely has an option to whip punish that. Stand fierce, good. Low forward, good. Nice.
Although scary button to whip punish, because if you're off by a hair.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get slapped.
Yeah.
Potentially, if they can prove you to you. So Beansman's still riding on that shimmy. Trying to get walk forward, stand medium kick. Ooh, nice whip punish. Beansman has done a really solid job since switching to Karin, getting more comfortable with these one-button touches, and that's one of the things with Karin you really need. You're gonna see some success.
Clip.
Oh, offside.
That's unfortunate, and this is gonna be. It might be too close. Yeah, he's too close to the corner. That sucks.
Wow, I'm really surprised he didn't EXDP. I'm really surprised he didn't.
It just doesn't work when you're too close to the corner. It's been like that since the game came out.
Gotta know those things again. Karin, not Beansman's #1 main by any stretch of the imagination in terms of time played, but
yeah, they did ease the juggle point up a little bit a couple patches ago. So now, but still, if you're in the corner, you either want to just like do one Tenko and like time the super, or just confirm into shoulder and super off of that.
Yeah, ease the combo count will still be a literal Sphinx's riddle to me.
Yeah.
So I like Beansman going for that string, low strong, stand strong, and then on block, stand medium kick. Kind of, you know, that string spaces him out, but just enough range where he can still get that medium kick in. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I'd really like to see Beansman start hitting the V-Skill 1 follow-up off of crush counter roundhouse, though.
All right, so will he bait DP here? Oh, wake up throw by Beansman. He only does it in the corner. Here comes Karin. One of the least scary V-triggers in the game.
Clipped him trying to jump out, but didn't get the ender. Gonna have meter for super on the next touch, though, so this next hit wins for either player.
Yeah, and Digimon threatening potentially a chip super situation like the Shakunetsu going through. Beansman not having the reactions to get under that fireball. Full stock of meter here. One of Beansman's biggest probably flaws as a player is holding on to resources a little too long. Ooh, okay. We'll count that as a Dragon Punch. Haven't seen a Wake Up DP now.
I think switching to Karin has kind of helped him with that too, because she's a character that spins meter really well.
Yeah, well, it's the choices matter with her meter.
Yeah,
and they're all relevant too.
Yep. There's basically like no wrong way to spin her meter.
It's like, do I want Oki? Do I want this? Should be dead.
Yep.
Wow, Digimon all the way back, 1-1.
Kage kind of in a similar boat though. He's got pretty strong EX moves.
Kage wins.
Yeah.
Can use them for pressure, combo extenders, better Oki, etc.
And
more corner carry.
There's not a whole lot, you know, that the character really opens up to in terms of like V-trigger. You know, like some characters really have a lot locked behind
Yeah.
Their V trigger, but Kage for the most part kind of stays the same. If he's hit confirming you with those fierce punches, he's gonna keep hit confirming you in the trigger.
Yep, just gonna get more damage off of it.
It's not so much that Kage is fishing with crush counters with that forward fierce punch. It's just that's just his best poke.
Yeah.
Like that's it. Like if you're playing Kage and you're not trying to space that out, then you're playing the character probably wrong. Because I mean, that's your whip punish button. That's your hit confirm button. In some cases, that's your crush counter button.
I will say the one thing he does have.
Oh, nice shimmy! Oh, gotta see some damage there, Tenko.
Yeah, -2. You know how I feel about unpunished Tenkos around here.
It's Tenko's with you and hands from Kali.
Yep.
Shout out to Shade Go.
I was gonna say one thing that is pretty strong about Kage's V Trigger 1 is that it gives him the option to make his DP safe.
Yeah. It does make it. Does give him the mix, but hit confirm's a hit confirm. Here comes Digimon now. All right, DP from Beansming, opting to spend one of those coveted blue bars. Nice crouch fears. I really think that, I was going to say, stick with that dive kick. Beansman hasn't opened up with an EXDP. And also, too, if Kage does the dive kick from the highest point, Karin's DP on a good day is going to do like 30 damage. This is dead. Wow, what a shimmy!
And on a bad day, it'll just run out of invul and then she'll get hit anyway.
Yeah, and it'll trade. Even if an EXDP hits, like 30 damage. All right, so we're final round here for Digimon OST and Beansman. Kage. Oh, walk up sweep. I don't know about it. Beansman, full stick of butter here. One for Digimon OST. Okay, here we go. No just though.
Yeah.
Could have got dash, command dash for the spacing. Oh, trying another dive. Ooh, that was a Yun dive kick from 1999. Still looking for the shimmy here. Sweep, activate. Let's see if Digimon OST can evolve this offense. He's gone for the shimmy. Haven't seen it yet. Oh,
didn't bite on the okie doke this time. This should be the end. Yep.
Yep, Beansman not letting that opportunity slip by. Beansman will go on 2-1. Good stuff from Digimon OST though. Like, whenever I tell people all the time, like, think about that decision making, right? Block the V skill and then you did EXDP. Number one, did you condition properly for that earlier? Like, did you see him pressing buttons after the V skill? Number two, how much life do you have to give up? Number three, how much life do they have? Like, even if you would have hit him with the, the okie doke EXDP on -2, is it gonna win you the game? You can say no to 2 or 3 of those situations, so probably says that's probably something you want to keep in your back pocket, sit on it, drive around all day, wait for it to get nice and mushy in the hot car, then maybe fucking bring it out. But until then, let's just leave that. I say the same thing about wake up DPs like that, overheads where it costs people the game, because it's like, would that have killed? Would that have given you a chance to win? In Kage situation, no. Can I get Happy Trees and Gap on stream, please?
No, we're gonna play after.
Yeah, you guys are home.
After that one.
I didn't DQ you. I know you're here. I got you. What? Oh no, you're good. All right, so getting speaking of camis.
Yeah, we might see the mirror here. I don't think Happy Trees is a big fan of the mirror though, and he's got Karin, he's got Ryu, he's got Laura, he's got Bison. Personally, I would probably go with Karin or Ryu against Cammy, but we'll see what Happy Trees does.
I think the last time these guys played, he opted for the Ryu pick. I can't remember if he lost the game 1 in the mirror and then went to Ryu, or vice versa. He started Ryu, lost, and then went to Cammy. But regardless, just to kind of speak on the style that these guys play, Happy Trees known to kind of go a little bit nutty with the Cammy pick. Dap is very much turtle style Cammy. If you can believe that it exists, it's just a lot of walk back. I'm going to walk back, walk back, walk back. I'm going to try to whip punish, withstand fierce, whip punish with that crouch medium kick. It's very much a come get me style of Cammy. And I would say probably one of the strongest things about Dap is his ability to place those dive kicks to where they are always 0 or in his advantage, which is a hard thing to do with Cammy. Yeah. You really gotta see that spacing on the screen and say, this is the spot I gotta get to, and that's while you're playing the tug of war fight with the other player who's also jockeying for his position and jockeying for that. So those things to kind of keep in mind. Happy Trees Cammy plays a lot different. I mean, it's a lot more aggro. It's a lot more like, people that get salty about it say, well, it's so random X, Y, and Z, but it's like, no, there's a plan to it. He's been playing Street Fighter for too long to be, random.
Right.
But even so, even if it's random, are you paying attention? Do you know how to beat it? And we'll kind of feel a little bit more about Michael Schmidl's after character select here to see which direction he's going to go. Double Cammy, so
see the mirror.
easy pick. Dap in the red, I assume.
I'll be on guard. I'll be on guard.
Dap in the blue.
Is he? I think Happy Trees is on player 1 side.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay. So Happy Trees in the blue. Because they both play that alpha.
Yeah, they both
costume.
play the Killer Bee costume.
And Dap instead has chosen to pick Cammy's worst outfit, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the worst.
If she had Cammy desperately needs like a tactical a camouflage cargo pants. But anyways, here we are.
Yeah, her only outfit where she has pants on, the only two are like references to other characters.
Yeah, it's not
like other
Cammy
Capcom
herself.
characters.
You're talking about Cammy and herself. Open things up with the dive kick early on. Throw has been established. Pay attention to where this offense is going to go. So again, damage.
He dropped the combo, but he's gonna find a confirm anyway.
Yeah. So Dap opting for the tick throw right away. Happy Trees opting for the frame trap. So again, little differences in how to apply this offense and seeing where they're going to go with it. Dap, the shimmy set up. Happy Trees, the tick throw set up. V reversal, get out of danger quickly. Ooh, risky back strong. And that's definitely an autopilot as a Cammy player, I would say, in this matchup, because you're one dive kick away from getting blown TF.
Yeah.
Up. That VIP with the back throw. Maximum meter and the KO on the back end. So full super here. Again, this match is going to go pretty quick for both these players. And you see the kind of starting out early with the stand medium kicks, try to kind of feel out that spacing. One big misconfirm. Oh, both players dropping there. You see that crouch fierce firing from Cammy. You know they want that one-touch super.
Yeah.
Try to act like they're Chun-Li out here. Dap representing the Dragon Punch, that stand light kick, so deadly with the walk speed of Cammy. Here comes Happy. Oh, no. Actually, that's not the worst scenario. Yeah. To be honest, what a shimmy!
He probably did that so he could save his whole trigger, actually.
Oh, here we go. That's what I was talking about earlier. That medium punch blown up.
We're over here acting like it's an accident when he's making the big brain play.
But I actually liked it. I was like, wait, hold on a second. Now he's got his whole bar.
Yeah.
He didn't need it though, but it's still an interesting idea.
Yeah.
One round apiece here. Again, back to the stand medium kicks. Stand medium kick, countered by stand fierce punch. There it is. DP for DP. In the corner. Oh!
This should be the round. Even with the scale.
Look at that. 76 seconds on the clock. 76 seconds. Fast round. That was 1-1 too. That wasn't a 2-0. That was a 1-1. So again, explosive offense here from both these players. Dat Vip taking game number 1. Happy Trees certainly not far behind.
Yeah. Just needs some slight adjustments.
It's like kind of a game of leapfrog. But Dap was ahead on. He got the last lead.
Tightening up those hit confirms definitely going to be one of those adjustments. He had the first game. Happy Trees definitely had some chances.
Yeah.
Where he got the hit and didn't quite have the confirm on deck.
Yeah. But the throw game is really interesting here. One of the things that Dap always is trying to get better at is the willingness to not bite on the tick. Still back medium punch Watson Chan. This chick is a missile in the air. Okay, the sweep is on purpose.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
no.
He just wants to save his whole trigger.
But
I respect that.
Not gonna matter if you can't. And a hit confirm.
Nice
what an answer by Dap. Here we go. Happy Trees special. V-Trigger 2 on deck here. Hard knowledge check. Opening up that throw with that block string. Here comes the dive kick. Perfect spacing by Dap. Able to confirm. Absolutely stiffly needed to get it done. So I think that's the only problem with holding on to that hit confirm, or holding on to that V-Trigger as Cammy, is that if you're already kind of lacking in the hit confirm departments, no matter how competent you are or if you're just rusty or whatever, that V-Trigger is going to go away in a flash.
Yeah.
Still a great shot. Autopiloted.
And as strong as the V-Trigger 1 dive kick on is in neutral, I would say it's actually not that great on block, because it's almost one of those situations where it's 2+. You're so plus that everything you do is going to be a block string, so there's no real mix-up.
Yeah, your opponent can't really make a mistake. All right. Happy Trees has the corner here. See if he can keep that pin down. Wow, what a nice DP on that neutral jump. This is going to be game. Oh, no.
Not quite.
I thought he was going to build super. Rip. Nice delay buttons by Happy Trees. Oh, does he have enough? Absolutely. And Happy Trees gets that round with all 3 bars of super. You can say the same thing about Dap here, going into potential match point for Dap. Happy Trees, again, not too far behind. Both these matches have gone to 1-1. Ooh, okay. I like the mix-up, jump light kick, just give him something different to look at. Now I want to lead with that dive kick. You got him blocking, let's take the frame advantage. Whoa, what a bait by Happy Trees. Is like, okay, I'm going to use those fundamentals against you. Delay jab of his own from that Vip. Takes him all the way back mid-screen, forward dash into the corner, V break away, back strong. What's the mix-up other side? Super scaling. Oh, super scaling is important here.
Yeah, he decided to save it because he wasn't sure if it was gonna kill since he missed the jump in.
Yeah, and here's again that Dap style of like, okay, now we're gonna run away. I don't need to do anything crazy here. I can take this.
Save
Now
the bar.
chip is gonna be a factor if he can get Happy Trees into that range. Oh no,
That's unfortunate.
man! If you take out Happy Trees misconfirms, that is a 1-1 final round game.
Yeah.
But Dap will prevail 2-0. If you looked at that score line, that doesn't tell the whole story.
Have to go
All right.
play now.
Gonna get Watson Chan in Valteria. Thanks to Watson Chan hanging out on Conference Weekend, guys. We're watching Top of the Shot for July 8, 2021. I'm your shooting host this evening, Robbie D, broadcasting from Game Cafe. Appreciate you guys hanging out in the chat, letting me know what it looks like, how it sounds. Your feedback is always so valuable. If you want to learn more about Kansas City fighting games, not just Street Fighter 5, we got the Guilty Gears here tonight. Guys are out here playing the Guilty Gears. You want to play this? You want to play? What do you mean sounds right? Mic check 1 2 3. I might have potted down the wrong mic. Okay, I'll just leave them both up. Whatever. We got Guilty Gear. Every single fighting game known to man in Kansas City. Check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/group/KCFGC. You can also Google Kansas City Fighting Game Community. You'll be in the know for all of our locals and events. So we're here on Thursdays. We're here on Saturdays. Plenty of opportunity to come out, grab some games. Independence, kind of geographically speaking, in the middle for all of our guys. So it's definitely accessible. Just get on I-70 and find us. All right, enough of that. Watson Chan, Valteria. Winners round 2 here. Both these guys been grinding Strive pretty hard. Both of them are going to go to their mains. Watson Chan returning to Akuma. Valteria, brief stint with Colleen, but tournament time, it is time for the Urien. Both these characters become explicitly dangerous, explicitly explosive in their V-trigger. Talking for us about Akuma with the air fireballs and the extended damage, fully invincible dragon punch, Valteria with the Aegis reflector. Let's see how it goes. Early, establish the fireball game. Urien definitely going to have a harder time in this range because Akuma has a couple different anti-fireball options. Early jump, throws broken away. Ooh, Watson Chan with a fierce punch of his own. We talked about Kage. Akuma can do it too. Tight block string, Valteria with the delay stand light kick, doesn't want to get scooped. Oh, other side. EXDP. Valteria in control now. Plus frames. Take the throw. Going for a shimmy. Watson Chan not biting on it. Jumps out the court for free. Ooh, Valteria looking for some damage off that stand medium punch, but no time to get the charge. Too far away for DP. Here comes Aegis Reflector. Numero uno. Reset. Wow. Watson Chan. Stand medium punch. Here comes his V-trigger now. Plus frames. Valteria trying to jump back. Oh no! We talk about too close to the corner here. And Watson Chan immediately trying to cash in on that tick throw. Does not want Valteria to. He was so close to that one bar to be a threat. Like, you better back off because you come into a block string and get that EX headbutt. Again, the stride. Ooh, what a whiff punish. We're able to walk up and stuff that stand fierce punch. 2 in a row. Valteria opting for that coral kick. Down forward roundhouse. V shift into the corner. Still going to stay put. Plus frames here. Ooh, Watson Chan with the delayed throws. Scary situation. See if Valteria can evolve that offense. Fierce punch for fierce punch. Both these characters so dangerous. Look at these one button confirms like Watson Chan, the low forward has the, you're gonna have to sit still here. Trying to keep the pressure on. Does not want to walk into that crouch medium kick range from Urian. Oh, jumping in, not good. Might be some stride fundamentals, jumping, go post to post on block. No V shift or no V option for Watson Chan period here. Valteria gonna push the attack, keeps the target combo safe. Here comes the back throw. Aegis Reflector a non-issue, but dashing up after it. Watson Chan knows his frame data, answers with a 3-frame jab. So pretty close game, back and forth again. A lot of Urian's offense going to explode in that Aegis Reflector situation, but really the story of the game is told in that mid-screen conditioning. Who is going to get who to bite first on those throw attempts and those frame traps? Oh, damn. Unfortunate for Valteria getting scooped up on that fireball and already finds himself back to the wall here. Watson Chan been absolutely relentless. Every button just working out in his favor right now. Valteria can't catch a break. Close to stun. Valteria unable to get out. Oh, the sweep, but Watson Chan went for the big juicy punish. Low forward, didn't go for the sweep. Here we go. Trading spaces here. Tatsu out, EX knees. Back to mid-screen. Action close. Another great one-button hit confirm. Watson Chan trying to get a little bit of vortex action. Oh, Shinny too far, but Valteria pressed the button. EXDP absolutely to seal the deal. So again, a lot of weird interactions here. A lot of like, really? That's why you're like, you're cocking your head to the side looking at the play. Like, really? You pressed buttons right there. Okay, all right. Valteria one bar here, trying to jump in. Parry not working out, too far away for the target combo from Urian. That dash up crash light punch. Valteria good at it. Nice. Rarely you see a normal anti-air stuff, a dive kick. Valteria taking the life lead for the first time in this set. Ooh, still trying to bait out a DP, trying to cut those knees short. Ooh, dash up, say hello. Nobody pressed anything. There you go. See how that condition is going to work. That fireball is negative, sir. EXDP finds a mark. Side switch, absolutely. One bar here, got to respect it. Oh, man, almost could have got that V-shift punish there. Watson gonna hold on to the meter. Will he get a chance to use it though? It's about ready to run out. Here come the fireballs. Not enough to kill. So this is gonna be so scary. Valteria looking for a confirm here. Oh, but a demon chop. Not gonna get a chance. Valteria, good job on the patience not to go for the throw bait in the midnight hour. Light punch, light kick. Blown up by the demon chop. I was gonna say that was gonna be a scary scenario for Watson Chan. He was about ready to face a Urian with Aegis Reflector and no V meter on his end. Whoa.
I was pretty confident in that demon chop, Chachi, because he didn't bite on my OSs against his reversal at all, and he V-shifted earlier, so I was like, I'm gonna do this because I don't believe he's gonna reversal. So this will beat throw tech, and it will also beat V-shift.
Alright, gonna get Dak and Frank Umar.
That's actually
Beamsman and Watson Chan.
one thing that's really strong about Akuma.
And Ed Asher want to play off stream, you are more than welcome, but we will have you on the third.
One thing that's really strong about Demon Chop in this version specifically is that it just auto, like if they do reversal timing on V-shift, it just automatically punishes it.
For every character?
Everyone
with the good backdashes?
Everyone that I've seen so far. I haven't tested it on the whole cast. I'm pretty sure in the corner it doesn't matter because obviously you're not going to go anywhere in the corner.
I think Jury has the farthest. So it's like if you can hit Jury, then it's going to hit everybody.
Yeah, I'll have to test that actually. But everyone that I've tried it against so far, it just like auto beats. Obviously there's risk there because if he did wake up button or if he did reversal, sure, I would have ate shit, but so I was pretty confident, like based on things that happened earlier in the set.
So going into DAP versus Frank Umar here. Frank Umar about to be served some karma pie right now for how he treated young Tim.
Maybe we'll see the upset this week.
Because the last time these guys played, Frank had chances. He had chances, and it just was one of those things where I think the little bit of doubt, I think, crept in, and this can happen sometimes when you're playing against a player that you're like, oh man, that you perceive them to be better. You're like, am I really about to beat this guy? Am I really about to win this way? Gotta trust, man. Gotta trust. So let's go. Ed versus Cammy. Heard
yeah,
Dap
AJ,
kind
we
of
do have
pop
a lot
off
of hitbox
earlier.
players.
Dap mentioned earlier that this is a 5-5 matchup, man, which I would be inclined to agree.
Yeah.
Ed can definitely poop out the damage and has some good safe pressure to keep up with the lower health of Cammy.
That said, man, Ed's anti-air is not invincible until frame 10.
No. This matchup is going to be the story of neutral. How are you getting your conditioning in? Because once Ed pops that B-Trigger 2, it's time to capitalize.
Oh, gotta see a punish. Yeah, that's -6.
Absolutely, especially in the corner too. Yo, these are the hard reads you're gonna need. You got the tick throw set up, dap bib, delay jab, pushes back to mid screen. Okay, let's cash in now.
Active.
Okay, now is the time to do it. No V reversal from Cammy. Get in there, deal some damage. Man, still no snatcher. Oh, here we go.
Oh, there it is. I guess he just really wanted to confirm, but he was so far that he couldn't get the psycho upper. That sucks.
That's Ed problems, dude.
Yeah.
That is definitely the Ed life.
I like the idea though because you definitely. I think it's a good philosophy to try to get damage off of your V trigger instead of just using it to skip neutral. You know.
What I'm saying right now for Frank Lamar, play solid, with your game plan, don't get discouraged by that. Dap, again, playing very passive, very patient, trying to lure Frank Lamar into the ranges where Dap is effective, where he knows that Cammy is effective. And you see, watch Dap walk back and forth, and he's gonna pick specific spots on the screen where like, this is my dive kick spot, this is my stand medium kick spot, this is my low forward spot. So Frank Umar got to be aware of those choices and just not overextend. And that's the overextension I'm talking about right there is run straight into a low forward, full hit confirm, game 1 to Dap.
Yep.
And it's just it's little things. And the most frustrating part about this scenario for anybody, not just Frank, for anybody, it's you are the lesson right now. You are the lesson. You're not going to be able to go and like practice this in the training room later. You are the lesson. The decision making is what matters. So early on in this matchup, fake those fireballs. You want to show purple on screen. Try to get Cammy to overcommit. And so Ed can do the same thing. Like I said, unconventional fireball game. It's there to make the opponent impale themselves. I don't want to get hit by fireball. Let's see some damage. Okay. It's meant to frustrate the opponent into impaling themselves on your object. And again, like Watson said,
that was a hell of
that dive kick is going to be a stove burner.
Yeah. Ooh, hit him out of the roundhouse.
I'm going to be a total hypocrite here for Frank Umar and say he needs to let go of that stand roundhouse button.
Yes.
Like that's where Dap has got that spacing measured out. That's what he's looking for. That's the pinata.
Yeah, that button is just, it's so slow. It's so, like, it's strong, but it's also really committal.
Yep.
So,
and I say that because as my Ken, that's one of my biggest problems in my opinion, is using the roundhouse a little too much, a little too liberally in the neutral. You've got to make sure they're going to block it.
Yeah, and it is kind of difficult for Cammy to punish. Her 4-frame is like pretty average as far as range goes, but you know,
like I'm saying, dude, it's
very easy for her to whip punish.
Yeah, that's the pinata, and that's the whole ebb and flow of this match right now. Is Dap he is commanding the pace. Okay, so 2 dash ups have gone unchecked now from Dap. Let's see if Frank Umar can get something off of that. I like to see a dash up delay button. Like right now, it's like Frank Umar has got Dap back to the wall right here, but look how comfortable Dap is in the situation. Look, I'm just 1 button away.
Yeah.
I'm always 1 button away.
He might be alive because of trigger scaling. Oh no, yeah.
Wake up super just do it.
The activation skill.
Man, they were betting on it. They were betting on it, man. Everybody's having fun. That's all that matters. We're going to get Watson, Chan, and Beansman. Okay. See you later, Watson, Chan. Beansman's already on the setup. He's ready to go. These guys played quite a bit earlier during the warm-ups. Fast tournament tonight. If you are watching this and you're like, man, I want to go play Street Fighter 5. No better place to come out and learn the game. You're going to take your licks, but that's okay. You're going to get something out of it. I promise. So exclamation point bracket will get you guys caught up if you're watching from home. We got Valteria and Ad Astra, Tim and Happy Trees in the loser side. Valteria playing Strive with Joel right now. So again, a lot of cross-pollination between the two games. I know Strive is the hot thing right now. Everybody's seeing if they can jump into it and be the guy, as is usual with the new games. But again, we saw Beansman earlier tonight with the Karin pick and Watson-chan with the Akuma. When they played earlier, I definitely heard Sakura and Karin. So maybe we'll get a lore match here. Nope, Watson-chan is in full tournament mode. This matchup probably closer to 5-5 than whichever. It probably depends on which player you're talking to. If you're talking to the Karin main, you're probably like, oh, Akuma 6'4". If you're talking to the Akuma main, you're probably like, oh, Karin 6'4". Karin with the explosive damage, one of the hallmarks of this character is that she carries that damage throughout the entire round. Yeah, her V-trigger is there, but her explosive damage persists through the entire set. Early jumping in with that air fireball there to kind of test the opponent's willingness to use those normals to control the sky. Ooh, okay, back and forth here. Watson-chan testing out that stand medium. Ooh, nice check on the command dash. Miss taken from by Beansman. Back to the wall here, still looking for a shimmy, nobody home. Delay button off that Crouch Fierce. Stuns. 1 DP. Gotta throw a fireball before that DP if you want to get the max meter build for a movement. It doesn't really matter that much. That's a nitpick thing in Street Fighter 5. You're gonna build plenty on that back throw. 1 bar here for Beansman, see if he can thread the needle through a projectile. Watson-chan keeping that space tight, trying to make it unreactable. One of the benefits. Oh, okay. Street season 1 through 4. Season 1 through 4 habits of that block sweep on Karin. It is definitely punishable now by everybody. You used to have to just have a 3-frame DP, courtesy of the Shotos. And again, there's that dive kick, testing those anti-airs from Beansman. Karin got the K-Swiss on right now with the red shoelaces. Ooh, okay. Aaron button, here comes Akuma. Good V reversal, control the corner. Beansman in the driver's seat. 1 hit confirm away for Karin will end this round. Got to weather the storm here. I like the V reversal. Ooh, great trade for Beansman. Oh no, Aaron Rasenha and a miss hit confirm by Watson. Beansman gonna put a V on the round. He sits back, breathing. Got to keep that anxiety in check. Both of these characters, full bar here. First one, again, just trying to take advantage. Oh, a missed Dragon Punch. Lets Beansman get in for free, but no Oki. Nerves playing a factor here, I think, for both these players. Let's skip that neutral. Nice block to Rasenha high. Seen a couple of those. Caught Beansman walking back straight into a button. Frame advantage, absolutely. Watson-chan just running away with this. Oh, not enough time to DP. Desperation Dragon Punch finds a way here. And again, I was going to say, you know, Beansman dropping with those 2 bars of V-meter. Doing a really good job at V-reversing the V-trigger pressure. But you've gotta open up something else. You gotta show the opponent something else. Not gonna just be a, you know, second verse, same as the first scenario. Name of the game is Evolution. That's why they call it the tournament. Beansman really trying to get into that sweet spot for the stand medium kick, crouch medium kick, or the stand medium kick of Karin. And Watson-chan is doing a really good job at dancing in and out of that range, threatening with the Fierce Punch. What a late shimmy. Watson-chan ready with the answer, with the cure. Oh, we'd like to see him go instantly for throw right there. He said, hey man, you proved your point. Good hit confirm. No meter for DP. Beansman again with the desperation one. Oh, no confirm into V-trigger. Just to try to get some momentum back. Just to try to put him on his back. What an answer. V-shift the Rekkas. And don't go for the V-break. The important part about that sequence was Watson-chan not holding down the V-shift buttons and opting for the whiff punish. Very smart. Probably one of the weakest things about Karin is her V system. That's probably what most Karin mains will tell you is bad about the character. Empty jump, guessed on the confirm though. Beansman not ready for it. Back fierce, you bet. Back to a pseudo neutral here, but Beansman just holding down. Oh no, the target combo goes unpunished. Beansman just letting Watson run away from this. Super on the second hit of the heavy punch DP. Dangerous situation here. Absolutely, Watson has earned himself 2 throws, in my opinion. Had to go throw. Looking for a whiff punish. Doesn't want to give Beansman a chance to come back in this. Oh, there it was, the block sweep. Again, probably one of the biggest normalizations of Karin since Season 1 is a punishable sweep now on block. You used to have a 3-frame DP because the hitbox of that sweep would linger out there. No more. Now you can punish it like every other sweep. Good stuff to Beansman though. Watson Chang gonna make his way back over here. So our winner's final has been decided already, even though we had a little bit of a later start here.
Yeah, I heard you talking about the matchup, and I'm like, actually, I think that matchup is 6-4 in Akuma's favor.
Okay.
It's like, even when they were both better, like this matchup I think has always been in Akuma's favor, because Karin just really struggles to deal with his air approaches. Even her DP is like not very good against it because it's not very. It's just like Ken. Like since it's not very invincible, a lot of his air options just blow it up anyway.
All right, so our winners finals has been decided. As soon as Challenge wakes up here, we have Dap and Watson Chan in winners finals. But before we get to that, we're going to drop down to loser side. We're going to take a quick break here before we drop into loser side. We're going to have Valteria and Ad Astra on stream next, followed by Tim and Happy Trees, and we're just going to run the bracket all the way up until we finish our tournament. So we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to wet my whistle. When we come back, more Street Fighter V, Top in the Shop, July 8th, 2021. Coming at you. Oh no. Bucks. Let's go,
There is nothing to fear. Alright guys, we are back. Top in the shop. As soon as this mouse will cooperate. Sometimes it disappears on me. My name is Robbie V. Joining me on commentary, Mr. Watson Chan. You've seen him on stream terrorizing the bracket tonight with his Akuma. Let's drop down to losers round 1, where we have Ad Astra taking over the 1-player slot per usual, and Valteria on player 2 side. So I would say I would expect to see Urian versus Bison, but
Yeah.
you know, both these guys have been doing a little bit of a shuffle here when it comes to mains. We saw Ad Astra on Ryu. He plays Gil to an extent, but Bison is definitely his main.
Yeah.
Valteria, Urian is the main. Seth,
Maybe Colleen.
maybe Colleen.
I don't know if we'll see Seth because I don't know if he knows B Trigger 2 stuff with Seth, and that's kind of the play now because of the buffs it got.
Also, yeah, it's just the name of the game when it comes to SFVCE 2, and I know this has nothing to do with anything we're about to see. It's the checkmate scenario.
Yeah.
You're going to hold all this chip, you're going to hold all this damage, and I'm going to super you, and you're going to die.
Yeah, now you can't be reversal anymore either.
Yep. Ad Astra on Ryu, Valteria on Colleen. So half of the prediction was correct.
Yeah. This matchup, I think, is pretty bad for Colleen, though, so...
Pretty bad for Colleen?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know, man. I think that fighting Colleen in Street Fighter V feels like fighting Ibuki in Street Fighter 4. Like, one button just absolutely can dominate the Shoto mid-range game, and that's the stand medium kick for Colleen. Early jump in. We saw a missed DP opportunity there. Training buttons back and forth. Here comes Valteria, looking for a dash-up throw. That's that stand medium kick I was telling about. Also stand fierce. And roundhouse.
Want to see a check on the light? Oh, yeah, I gotta see a punish on that. I'd like to see Ad Astra check the light hands with stand light kick because light hand's gonna be really hard to space it to be safe against Ryu. Another one of the reasons why I think this matchup is in his favor.
Oh man, another light punch DP from Ad Astra. We saw that in round 1 against Happy Trees, and that's just it's not a good wake-up option. Now, if you're going to opt for light punch DP as a defensive mechanic, do it during a block trade.
Yeah,
You're looking for the trade.
Either that, or you just have to be like 100% sure that they're gonna go for a throw.
Yeah. Nice, Valteria walking to the corner here. Hailstorm, jump in. Ooh, gets the full combo just in time for the social media.
Yeah, didn't spend any bar though, so not gonna get the stun. Again, no check with the stand light kick.
I really like Valteria walking up and just blocking.
Yeah.
Like, you have such a life advantage, you don't need to do anything crazy here. It's like, obviously everybody wants the stun, but sometimes the decision making is all you need. Oh, gotta see punish there. Oh, count it on the throw. Can opener. You know, whenever Ryus do that neutral, like, they wanted walking stand medium punch.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, he had Colleen dead to rights hanging in the air like that. Sweep, activate. Valteria, burning a bar. Mix up. Damage. What do you want? Plus frames. Trying to tap in low here.
Again, gotta challenge that with stand light kick. A lot of those light hands were unsafe against Ryu.
Who's gonna get a shimmy first here, man? So Valteria trigger gone. Ryu still has 1 touch left with V-Trigger 2. Oh, that could have been such a big whiff punish right there.
That one was safe.
Yeah, and Valteria, you know, just absolutely making sure EX Vanity, use some of those invincibility frames to get away, and dashing straight into the killer, the crotch medium kick. Doesn't seem that scary on paper, just +1 on block, but it's just the overall threat of the range.
Yeah, it goes really far.
Is what makes that move a little bit deceptive. Also, you start thinking like, well, you can't cancel anything out of it, you know, outside of the V-Trigger stuff. But I want to start pressing buttons, and that's when you're going to walk straight to a frame trap for big counter hit damage. Early jump in.
Ooh, got the reset.
Yeah, got the reset because of the float state.
Might have the punish.
Yeah, I think Ad Astra really just wants to like nail in a DP punish. That combo, man, so weird. No, you had the punish on it.
Yeah, that one, crouch medium punch would have punished that one. -7.
Valteria in the mix right now. Blender on full
Nice
puree.
there.
That's a little Bison tech right there. That was just like hell attack from Bison.
Yeah.
Which, not quite as good whenever Ryu is using it. Nicely confirmed by Valteria. Going to get himself back to mid-screen with the KD. Okay, interesting idea. EXDP, first one we've seen all set. So what I want to see with that Astra right here is like you have the spacing, that Dragon Punch, that's it. But delay throw, especially with the back throw, kind of indicative of a charge character main.
Yeah.
You're constantly holding back in that defensive position, down back. Ooh. Gotta check with the stand light kick.
I like to see Ad Astra be more liberal with the fireballs when Colleen doesn't have resources either.
Yep.
Because without V-Trigger, her anti-fireball options are pretty weak. And Ryu's fireball game is pretty strong now with the buffs that it's gotten over the years.
Which is funny because this was, when Colleen first came out, this is probably one of her worst matchups for free.
Yeah.
Like, she was so easy to zone. Okay, we've seen one, but was it worth it though? Was the hard read worth it? Oh man, so much damage left on the table. Another parry.
Yeah.
Tatsu for the Oki. Oh, wake up Vanity.
Yeah, only strike invuln.
Oh no, she had 2 of them. No anti-air from Valteria. To be fair, one of the first jumps from Ad Asher's head. Good trade here. Looking for a throw. It's broken away. Ooh, Valteria desperately trying to get that V-trigger on the board with that sweep.
Yeah.
Instead, going to die Ad Astra, making that V-trigger to sing.
So let's see if he sticks it out with Colleen or if he goes back to Yuri.
I don't know.
I definitely think that's the better pick as far as the character matchup goes. Definitely not, like, there's no matchup Colleen can't win, though. Her V-Trigger 2 is so strong.
Yep, I would agree. So both players, I think the biggest thing here is both players have really locked in on this jumping in terms of like getting their offense started. Haven't seen a lot of anti-airs from either player yet. Ooh, okay, that V-shift actually bad, really bad for Ad Asher. That pushed him right back into the hailstorm. Valteria is trying to get some Hail Mary parries of his own. And again, Ad Asher continues to run away, but once you have this spacing as a Shoto, look for the jump. You've earned this space. Now look for the jump. See that right there. Crouch Fierce would have been more than plentiful for that. +1. Careful, don't push the SO. All right. Safe.
Oh, I forgot he could use that to activate on block now. Before he could only activate on hit with it.
Speaking of hits, here comes Valteria. Carry him all the way to the corner. Oh, drops the jump.
Just raw Tatsu.
Okay. Valteria, healthy life lead here at 35 seconds to play. Ooh, God, that whip punish would have been so juice.
Yeah.
That'd have been like that Susvi.
Let's see him. I want to see a parry.
He's looking for it. DP. Okay.
Good enough.
Either one of these players can parry. What he should do is just solar plexus and a parry. It'll work, I promise. Valteria, again, 15 seconds to play. Life lead here. Ad Asher got to make something happen. Don't have the luxury of just holding back all day like Bison, where you can skip neutral as Ryu.
Yeah.
You can't. You're not going to surprise somebody with an EX head stomp or EX knee press. Man, missed.
Got the counter hit combo up low.
Also, Valteria too has done more than enough conditioning right here to shimmy Ad Asher if he can create some frame advantage.
Yeah. Gonna have to spin bar to get in at this. Well, no.
I would also like to see like Valteria go for the parry
There's
as
the
well.
parry. Yeah, there it was. Anti-air parry.
Wow,
oh my god,
trading right now. Back roundhouse looking for an anti-air. Wow, the first meaty of Ad Astra's offense tonight. Woo! This could stun.
Yep.
My god, hear my roar.
Should be the round.
No, look at the scaling Watson Chan.
Very suboptimal combo.
Wow. Plus frames off the EX Fireball. Stand medium kick dials in a match point here for Ad Astra. Valteria on top right now with the meter advantage. So while Valteria, just slow down, let this Ryu hang himself with the jumps. That's the starting point. After you've controlled the air, then go to work on the ground. Let's see some damage here.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Definitely seeing a lot of, you know, both of these are new characters for both of these players, so a lot of just unfamiliarity with different situations.
Okay, I like Ad Astra going for the neutral jump. Last time we saw a little bit of a throw scramble in that situation. Keeping an eye on it. Light punch. No wake-up parry yet from Valteria. Is he saving it? Ad Astra still playing Bison here, jumping back for the entire. Oh, looks for a cross-up. Nobody home. Valteria getting underneath. Oh, should be.
I don't think he can kill, but
yeah, I thought super. I thought he was going to confirm super. It's a hard spot. Yeah, absolutely. Dash up, say hello. Valteria walking away with a W.
Colleen wins.
Good effort though by Ad Astra picking up the Ryu, I think.
yeah.
Definitely a big shift in gears coming from a character like Bison and then going to Shotos. It doesn't matter if you're talking about like traditional Shoto play or Street Fighter 5 Shoto play. It's definitely a big shift.
Yeah.
It'd be like going from Cammy to like Zangief.
Yeah.
All right, can I get
pretty
10
much.
and Happy Trees on stream, please? 10 and Happy Trees. After that, Digimon OST and Valteria. You're welcome to play your match on stream if you like. We're cruising through it right now. All right. Losers round 2. Happy Tree or Tim knocked into losers by Frank Umar. Happy Trees knocked into losers by Depp. And these guys were definitely playing earlier. I don't know what the matchup was. I think it was Ryu was what they were playing.
Probably.
But anyways, guys, thanks for watching tonight. This is Top in the Shop for July 8th, 2021. I'm your stream host for this evening, Robbie V. And we are broadcasting live from Game Cafe, right in the middle of our layout here. Game Cafe, playgamecafe.com. Check them out on the internet in Independence, Missouri. Again, pretty middle of the map when it comes to the Kansas City fighting game community geographically. So we got Top in the Shop on Thursdays. We have Top in the Shop EX. We spin the bar to stay up late on Saturdays. Check us out on Saturdays down here. Probably have a Guilty Gear bracket. Shout outs to the guys helping run that. Ray Sean, I know, been pressing some ones and zeros just to broadcast that stuff. Chase, I forget the name. Been hosting down here, you know, when he's able. So, as usual, be the change you want to see.
Yep.
If you want your game to get airtime, do it up.
I'll be on guard.
It's Zawardo. What's up? How's the deal? Thanks for the sub, man. All right, Tim on Ryu, Happy Trees on Cammy. Talked about this matchup a couple times already tonight. Tim, a newer player.
Round 1.
V-Skill 1, V-Trigger 1, going to be probably the choice, I would say.
Yeah. I might opt for V-Trigger 2 against Cammy, but you really can't go wrong. Ryu's V-Triggers are both really good.
It's kind of a matter of, do you understand the importance of frame data?
Yeah.
You know, because the V-Trigger 1 pick is going to be the frame data one, where you're going to take advantage of those plus frame.
Yeah.
Tim doing a great job right now, trying to control the air, but hey, you can only normal anti-air Cammy so much before she's going to open one up. That might have been halfway plus.
Nice
Good.
air there. Good adaptation.
Oh no, waited a little bit too long. Happy Trees one throw away. There it is. So if I'm Tim, and again, this is coming from the perspective of a new player to Street Fighter V.
Yep.
You don't come into the bracket tonight saying, I'm going to win the whole thing. I'm the best player who exists. If you have that attitude, fine. But realistically, you should have some goals, and can I accomplish those goals?
Nice.
And I think he's checking some boxes here.
Yeah.
All right, back to the corner. Another Wake Up Dragon Punch, and Happy Tree's like, I got one too, young lad.
Ooh, got him.
Straight into super. So that's going to actually do more for getting the stun bar down. Not that it matters. Happy Trees answers back with a hit confirm of his own. Cammy Coaster. Nice throw break and stand medium kick. Tim trying to take his turn back in game number 1 to HT. So again, general idea of whenever a throw is broken, you are returned to neutral. Yep. A lot of players like to try to cram button in there because everybody wants to get back into the advantage
Round 1.
before the other guy. But as you can see, Cammy definitely outranges Ryu in these medium buttons in terms of range.
Yeah.
Back to the wall here early on. Tim trying to use this natural camouflage on this dark purple stage. Cammy hunting him down. Predator vision. Oh man, this DP. Anti-air are the number 1 thing right now, man.
Good tech.
Hey, Crash Fierce, nice. So again, you know, Ryu, a couple different options. For the anti-air, we've seen back roundhouse work to a little bit of success.
Round 2.
But the main anti-airs for Ryu are going to be Crouch Fierce. Ooh, dang, stand light kick would have been, that'd have been heavy.
Yeah.
Thanks to that Season 5 nerf on Cammy's dive kicks for being a little more whiff punishable. Little things. Little things go the distance. And again, the main purpose of watching, playing in a tournament like this where you get to be on a stream is you can go home, you can watch the matches. Dive kick, blowing up that crowd.
Hella close.
Shoot up, back throw for stun, nice tech. Tim looking
Nice
to anti-air.
Ooh. Oh, he was a little too early on the punish attempt and
Good idea.
got clipped by the end. All right, V-Trigger is active.
And dive kick to win. Okay, blocking and gets up. That leading into Tim's run tonight, but that is not the last time we will see him. glad to see him out here playing Street Fighter. Glad to see Happy Trees, of course. But I'll go ahead and finish my thought from earlier. But it's like, you know, if you can check some boxes off, like, what did you do well tonight? That's your win, man. That's your tournament championship. All this other crap, first place, second place, whatever, who cares? But it's like, you know what? All I wanted to do was hit somebody with background house anti-air once. All I wanted to do was do my V-trigger combo once. All I wanted to do was parry something once. That's how you build up. And all of that success is relative to the bigger picture. All these little inches you've gotten along the way eventually turn into miles, and before you know it, you've been playing a game for 100,000 years. You're like, man. You go back and watch your first matches, and you're just embarrassed. But anyways, just up to Tim. Happy Trees will move on. Let's get the bracket going. Can I get Digimon movie OST and Valkyria on stream? Tim be hitting me up like almost every day while at my shop, like, hey man, you wanna play some Street Fighter? I'm like, I am playing Dark Souls right now, man. I don't want to play Street Fighter.
Yeah.
I loaded up my my Sorcerer Caster today, Sorcery Caster on remastered, and man, I got so hard walled in Tomb of the Giants, man. I was like, I do not remember this stuff being this annoying.
Yeah. That area sucks.
It does. It's just like it's probably like the closest thing to like the Shrine of Amana, I would say.
Yeah, although I think Lost Izalith is probably my least favorite area in Dark Souls 1. Just because it's like not finished, and you can tell when you're there, when you're playing through it, that it's not finished.
They're just like, let's put a bunch of these just random, like, Tyrannosaurus Rex monsters down here that you don't have to interact with at all.
They're the dragon butts.
Yeah, the dragon butts.
Because it's just the butt of a dragon. It's just like without the front half of it.
All right, losers round 2 here. Digimon movie OST played a pretty close set against Beansman. Yep. Did a lot of good things right. You talk about, you know, kind of new and upcoming players. Digimon movie OST, Shane, been putting the work in, and it definitely shows. We've seen Valkyria tonight on Urian and Colleen. We'll see who he opts for in this set. Definitely not Cammy.
Yeah.
All right, Urian it is.
Urian's the good pick here because I think this matchup is kind of hard for Kage. It's just like his buttons are so stubby. There's like a lot of like -5 and -6 stuff that Urian has that's like kind of awkward for Kage to punish.
I mean, how do you feel about V skill 1 though, the focus attack to kind of mitigate some of the fireball?
I think it's good. I think you
also knees too.
Yeah, you really can't go wrong with V skills with Kage. I think a lot of people, just because Daigo only used V skill 2 when he played Kage, a lot of people, I think, sleep on V-Skill 1. I think it's pretty strong.
Yeah.
It's like kind of Neanderthal.
You can kind of gain some information, too, out of doing that. But in my, like most Shoto matchups against Urian, I really feel like the pace you set to force this very strong character in is by dominating the fireball game early on. And that's going to be easier said than done with Kage, but a lot of, like, this range, low forward, light punch fireball, you're -3, gain information off that. Valkyria running away with this. Reset.
Throw for the kill.
Yeah, and I mean, like, the other Shoto matches we've seen Valkyria, you know, against tonight being Ad Astra and Watson Chan. You did not see this level of just pure aggression against Watson Chan the way that you're seeing it now.
Yeah.
Hearing a lot, you know, it's one of those things like, how much do you know? And
right.
I think that Shane is just deadly enough with that forward stand fierce punch.
Oh, he had the shimmy, but he was a little too slow on the draw. That sucks.
Great punish by Valkyria, still catching him.
I don't know if he knows that. I don't think he knows that's an overhead.
Oh wow! What? That was some Samurai Showdown DP stuff, or cross through.
Oh, he's right back in it with that combo though.
Oh, didn't believe in it. This is it. Oh no! V trigger ran out.
Yeah, he could have. If he actually could have killed there. If instead of the V skill, he could have done EXDP in the corner.
You're right. I knew we could have done something else.
I like that he respected the threat of the V trigger though, and stood at a range to whiff punish Valteria's activation attempt. That was really smart.
Well, I talked about,
but his combo choice ultimately ended up costing him the game, which is unfortunate.
Well, I talk about, you know, the match with Dap and Frank Umar being like the hardest part about this scenario is it's not something you can practice. Let me tell you, you can definitely go in the training room and practice Urian Aegis Reflector stuff.
Yeah.
Good check, that forward medium punch on Urian, -2. Like I said, you know, he's deadly enough, man. Deadly enough.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, he has experience in a lot of other fighting games, so.
Third overhead, 3 for 3.
Yeah, again, I just think he's not sure that that's.
Oh, we got headbutt loops. Oh, not gonna live long enough to try it.
Yeah, Kage that sitting at that 925 health.
There's no reason why Kage shouldn't have 1,000 health.
I don't know about that. I might buff him to 950. 1,000 might be a little egregious for how much damage he does.
I guess, but like, I don't know. Ken does a lot of damage too if you trigger arm.
Yeah, I guess so.
First DP finds the mark by Valteria. Still trying to keep that frame advantage with those meaty headbutts. Nice jump in over. Oh, wasn't confident in hitting firm. That's unfortunate, man. You are not going to get too many chances like that against Devin. Here comes the activate. V-shift just to keep it safe. All right, let's see how much Twitter Digimon movie OSD has digested with this V-trigger setup. Oh, no whip punish there. And Valtteri just again standing on a range where he can just kind of counter poke with the crouch medium kick. He's like, okay, I know that you've been taking from that fierce punch. I'm just gonna sit there and let you throw it first, then I will always answer back with a button. Preferably low.
Yeah.
Oh. Chiefs and chop. That's super. That's game.
Yeah, if only he had the super on deck there.
Don't jump. Just chill. All right, so get trigger and then demon into the. Oh, that was also it. Yeah. Valteria's like, I don't think you know this. I don't think you got that defense. Can I get Beansman and Happy Trees on stream, please? All right, guys, we are marching right through the bracket here. We got Beansman and Happy Trees coming up next. Frank Umar and Valteria right behind that. That'll be a great match to watch. Those guys kind of been going back and forth in terms of the winning record. So that's what I'm looking forward to here. And Beansman and Happy Trees coming next. Since Beansman been on that Karin pick, Happy Trees also, as Watson Chan mentioned earlier, also has a Karin.
Yep.
And we are in losers round 3. So if you guys are following along at home and want to catch up with the shakedown of tonight's matches, exclamation point bracket will get you there. Hosted by Challenge. And again, if you guys want to get involved in Kansas City Fighting Games, check us out at KCFGC. Right above our player cam there. It's blacked out because Black Lives Matter. We're over a year later, you know. This time last year there was so much social unrest, and there still is for the most part. So, you know, think about your fellow African-American gamer thing. All right, Beansman, Happy Trees. Karin versus Random Select? It is Cammy.
And like I was saying earlier, I like this matchup for Karin, actually.
I'll be on guard.
Even though she, like, typically struggles against characters that can change their air approach, she just controls the ground against Cammy so well in a way that most of the cast can't.
So this is a battle of tug of war. Can the Cammy player space the dive kicks to where they are meaningful? Talking about the frame advantage of, you know, how high are they going to block. And as you mentioned, the ground game, can the Karin player check Cammy on the ground with the one button hit confirms? That's kind of the tail of the tape, if you will. Yeah. Happy Trees, early corner advantage here. Beansman desperately trying to get that size 6 shoe out there, missing the Tenko. Just like I said earlier, man, the dive kicks that matter. The one button hit confirms that matter. Who's got him?
Oh, that was unfortunate.
Wow, and it didn't kill either. That's so huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, Happy Trees got lucky on that. Like, it did not kill, so he's able to get away with that round win with just a little bit more meter.
Yep.
Actually, a lot more meter. He got, what, 2 specials and a back throw?
Yeah.
Good lord. Happy Trees right now looking a lot more sharp than his match against Dap. The one button hit confirms coming to life here. Here comes the dive kick. Again, how honest can these dive kicks stay? Will Beansman find an answer? right now, just absolutely getting mauled. Almost like his shoes are nailed to the ground right now. And Happy Tree is sensing it. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna back off. I'm gonna let you breathe a little bit. I don't want to take an EXDP. I don't want you to get any sort of momentum back. Not that it matters right here, because any throw will do it. Forward, back, up, down, left, right. Happy Tree is a quick 2 rounds in the bag here in this losers round 3 set. So again, man, Beansman has got to figure out. He is slow. His engine is slow right now. Happy Tree's coming out of the gate already warmed up. You know, got a game plan in play. And Beansman look like he is still trying to figure out how to start the car.
Yeah. Ooh, big jump in, big crossover though.
Okay.
It's gonna give him a hefty life lead. Has control of the corner.
So you gotta do something.
You just let him out.
Yeah, you gotta do something with that stand medium kick on counter hit, especially on counter hit. When you see that, you're like, oh, I got you pressing buttons. Now I need to do something with it. Dash up, throw. You know, get into a range where it works. But again, you know, Beansman just content to just hold left on his hitbox and walk completely away.
Big challenge through the rounds.
Yeah.
Happy Tree's on match point now.
And this has kind of always been a flaw of Beansman as a player. You know, walk back a little too far. And again, you'd like to say that these habits have distilled themselves a little bit, but whenever you play a new character, man, you're making up for time. Happy Tree's been playing this character since Season 2.
Yep.
And Bean's been playing Karin since January.
Oh,
missed it confirmed.
Missed the counter hit confirmed. Got to see some damage on that.
Come on, man. Come on,
Nice
man.
DP.
Good DP. One more touch. Stun or death. Choose one. Both. Beansman got to go home, watch that set, man. And I think that the biggest part of that is the pacing. You know, I don't want to compare it too much to like real life fighting or boxing or whatever, but the pace and the momentum that Happy Tree's had right out of the gate. He started at a 10. Beansman again was like a 2 or 3.
Yep.
Kind of doing stuff, not really sure. Do I want to press stand medium kick here? Do I want to hit confirm with it? And it was just like, didn't matter. Happy Tree's in a situation where he's like, you know what, I can take all this and I don't care. All right, exclamation point bracket. Let's take a look here, provided by Challenge. Happy Tree's going to move forward. All right, so we got Frank Umar and Valteria. Can I get Frank Umar and Valteria on stream, please? Frank Umar and Valteria. So this will be an interesting match. Last time these guys played, I believe Frank Umar beat Valteria. Was, I would say, a definite upset. Valteria has been, before the quarantine, really started to kind of settle in to score a lot of top 3 finishes here at Top in the Shop. Frank Umar still kind of on the up and up, and none of that matters because coming back after quarantine, Frank Umar been on top. So let's see how this match goes.
Yep.
It's always good spirits between these two guys, but for me, I'm like, yeah. Let's see who's got teeth tonight.
Yep.
Who's got teeth tonight? So after this match concludes, the winner will move on to face Happy Trees. Before we do that, we'll jump back up to winner's side. Dap and Watson Chan on winner's side. It'll be a 3 out of 5 set winners finals. Then we're going to run the tournament from there. So lots of good Street Fighter still on the way here. Top in the Shop. Kansas City, Midwest, true Midwest. Street Fighter 5. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight. Appreciate the compliment, Zawardo. How do you say that, Zawardo? How does Dio say it?
Well, it's supposed to be like it's like they're trying to say the world with a Japanese accent. So it's like Zawardo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it's the world, right? That's his that's his stand.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't gotten that far in JoJo's yet. I'm a JoJo's dead ass.
Man, it really I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did. I read parts 1 through 4 and they were all incredible. Part 4 I think is probably my favorite. But part 1 is the worst, but it's necessary for the world building.
Part 1 is the worst? I mean, I feel like it's a pretty good
It's not bad. I'm not saying it's bad at all. It's just it only gets better from there. 2, 3, and 4 are so good.
Let's talk about Urian in the tracksuit, Ed in the schoolboy threads. We have been all over, what is this? This is Sanzuki Castle? Is that the name of this
Suzaku.
stage? Suzaku. Suzaku Castle.
Urian coming in disguised as Guild. Oh wait, I thought he was using the Halloween costume.
No. He's got
I got bamboozled.
All right, air to air. So far, every trade working out in Valtteria's favor early on in this battle for neutral dominance. Ooh, looking for whip punish there. So again, the little mini game of cat and mouse here is, oh, you want to whip punish? What are you gonna do? You got to keep walking back. This is back and forth right now. Neither player has a clear-cut advantage. Neither player back to the wall yet.
Well, I wonder if that meaty flicker was like plus. Devin just blocked it out. He's like, I'm not gonna challenge and find out.
That's the thing. So Frank Umar waited for Valtteria to commit to a string to let that EXDP rip. Valtteria could do the exact same thing, and he has. Ooh, wow, I thought that
so
was a throw.
risky pressing buttons in that range when you're minus, and Urian has V-Trigger on deck, but nice punish on the fireball.
That was like the last possible frame that V-Skill 2 threaded the needle. Got that Dempsey roll underneath that fireball. Frank Umar said, you know, do not test Ed, man, with that V-Skill. It's so easy to do. Ooh, headbutt stuffed.
Yeah, that Ed's stand medium kick is plus.
Yeah.
You can't press
Plus
buttons after that.
3, I think.
I think it's only +1.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure though. I might be confusing it because it looks like Sakura's stand medium kick and hers is also +1.
It looks like it should be minus hell, but it just isn't.
Yeah, Sakura's is the same way. It's like you block it and get frame trapped, and you're just like, why is this button plus?
Good job for Valtteria ending that crouch fierce punch and EX fireball to keep it safe.
Nice
flicker. This is what I'm saying, dude. The flicker, like, it's annoying. This is annoying. Valtteria hammering with the stand medium punches. Here comes Trigger. Oh, the delayed EX headback. I told you, commit to a string. Valtteria's got one too. Side switch. Nope, stays in front. He's trying to
go for throw after that sometimes.
Dude, really have to, man. Now go for throw at least. Right now. Thank you. But still, big wall to climb here, and you're gonna, if you're beating Urian, you are always gonna have to face a V trigger. Empty jump. Oh, that was so scary! What a shimmy!
Early tech though, so he.
Ed wins.
That shimmy was mucho goodo.
Yeah, I'm surprised he teched again after he.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be definitely fishing for that crouch medium kick.
Yeah.
And talk about fishing, Valtteri taking full charge here, putting Frank Umar immediately in the corner with 50% gone, close to stun.
Dropped the combo and didn't get the stun. Still one more hit though.
Wow! And Frank Umar doesn't use V reversal. He just answers back with a crush counter, but get that stun down.
He's confident he can fight his way out.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Had the hit confirmed, but then dropped it.
Dude, the throw game has been established. Frank Umar doing a great job right now on offense. Valtteria trying to go for the Hail Mary right now. EX shoulder to skip the neutral. He's got one more sequence in him. What a V skill straight through the fireball. EX to bait it out.
Yeah, not going to have the resources to close it out, though. Oh, no, not quite.
Oh, my God. This is disrespect. This is disrespectful. Or is it I just have the read? Frank Umar in lightning fashion on match point. Valtteria playing a character who can definitely come back. Oh, drop here.
I like that he recognized that the second hit was going to whiff, so he canceled the first hit too on the crouch fierce.
Oh no, Valtteria had a great anti-air opportunity. Frank Umar kind of giving Valtteria a chance to win. This is the type of game Valtteria excels in. Walk back Urian, make you make mistakes, make you get comfortable. Still has the pressure, absolutely, off the V-break. Oh, one too many. Valtteria's like, nah, bro. Let's play Street Fighter.
That, I think, is Frank Umar's biggest downfall right now, is taking risks like that.
Give yourself a chance to win, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that you don't need to. It's like he was at a life deficit. There's, like, no good reason to take a risk like that in that situation.
Man, excellent defense by Valtteria during the V-trigger scenario. You know, you had the life lead. You want to use V-reversal to keep the life lead.
Nice anti-air.
Absolutely. Valtteria is showing already, man. He's got the anti-air. He's like, I just got to remember. But catching him walking back, Frank Umar immediately going for the throw. It's exactly what you want to go for. I got you throwing. Nice challenge. Again, delay buttons by both these players. He's going to bait it out. There it is. Into super. Are you kidding me right now? Watson Chan, this is the cleanest I've ever seen.
Gonna need one more hit to kill, though.
You think so?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, Ed's super doesn't really do that.
Oh, too tall. Don't count Valtteri out. Here comes the V trigger.
The reversal, I like
Puts
it.
him in the corner, though. Reset?
Yeah, you know, honestly, I was thinking about it in my set.
He's got to take all these throws. He can take all these throws right here.
I was thinking about it in my set with Devin.
Oh my god, dash from downtown.
When I got clipped by Aegis Reflector, and I'm just like, you know, you should still just take the throw unless he has super, because he gets like a little bit more damage than he would off of a normal throw into a reset.
Let me tell you, it's super disheartening to lose to somebody who is making the nut read on you like that, the dash up EX psycho upper.
Yeah.
Because you're like, this guy is willing to do whatever it takes to win. And every single time that Alabar went nut, he immediately was like, I'm not going to do it twice. Dash up throw. That's why all those throws hit, because Devin was like, I can't get a read on this guy.
Yeah.
He's doing the dumbest S humanly possible. I have to just block. Oh, I'm thrown. I have to just block. Oh, I'm going to throw. Well, now I'm going to try wake up. But no, I got DP. It's like you get meaty command grab. You know, it's just like I can't get a read. All right, but anyways, let's jump back up to winner's side. Can I get Watson and Dap on winner's finals, please? Yo, Alabar, come here. I'm gonna get Alabar on a commentary really quick. Join me on commentary, Mr. Frank Umar.
What's up, folks?
What was the you just had the read today?
Yeah, I had the read today. Like, I kept trying to frame trap him. I did long frame traps. Couldn't find it. I figured he was doing delay buttons. Dash up, EX upper. The first time. The second time was just because I was kind of swagging.
So is that is that like a specifically like I have a read on Devin, or is that something you've been practicing against to pick up on players' tendencies of if they're doing a delay, if I'm going to dash up and nothing comes out, delay button, okay, then EXDP is going to find a mark. Or is that something that you were just like,
so that's
no, I
something
got you? Because I mentioned beforehand, you guys have been playing and been kind of going back and forth, but lately you've been on top.
Yeah. I think he's currently not playing the game. He went to Guilty Gear, so he's struggling, adjusting, but or I could just be better. Who knows?
Tail of tape, man. But good set.
2 brackets in a row.
You heard it, man. 2 brackets in a row. All right, let's get back up to winners finals. This is going to be a 3 out of 5 set.
This is not going to be biased. I'm tired of these Cammy players, man. You know, they were
They're all over
colluding
the
against me
place.
earlier.
They're like cockroaches, dude. You kill one, 2 of them show back up, dude. It's crazy.
Oh, man.
Dap Vip, a street... Hold on. Let me talk about Dap for a second. If you're coming into this stream being like, oh, this is Kansas City, this is Piddly Midwest Street Fighter, these guys all suck, this is a top 8 Capcom Pro Tour Midwest finalist.
He is.
God damn! Top 8 finalist. I just... Ugh. If you're like, how do I get good at Street Fighter? We got a top 8 CPT finalist playing against Rob TV, Lineup, Brutus, names go on.
That Brutus match was so hype.
So strong, and now he's fighting Watson Chan. Watson Chan's like, I play Justin Long. I don't give a shit about you, Dad. All right, so this has been a matchup that has been very elusive for Watson. He always is just like a couple of frames behind in the decision-making tree. Again, 5-5 here, Akuma versus Cammy.
Yeah, I think that's 5-5.
And it's one of these things, like, both these players definitely respect each other. It's just about who's going to get the pacing. Who's going to make that crucial mistake of I went for throw and I got shimmy. Or I went for wake-up button and got trapped. Again, if you can get 20% off Cammy before she can get that first bar, which is now lit up, you are...
But this walk to the corner was brutal.
Yeah. This is very, very fast offense. Wow, wake-up button, Watson Chan not ready for it. And you have to be careful about these flying air fireballs with the Kumas, because
She can DP through him,
Yeah,
right?
she can DP through him, especially when she has the V-trigger up. So that's one of those things where you think about how, well, Cammy doesn't throw Fireball. This is going to be easy for Akuma, and it's like, well, she's got options. Big whiff punish there, missed. Again, Watson Chan trying to measure out the spacing of the stand medium kick. You know, you see, whenever Cammy's whiff stand fierce, this is the other thing that plagues Watson in this matchup. Oh, dab going for the neutral jump. Yeah, he's trying to do the early one. He'll count it though. That was a Street Fighter 4 mix. Missed hit confirms have definitely plagued Watson in this matchup between these two players. And look, he second guessed it. He wasn't ready for it. Excellent dive kick by Dap. Again, like I said, one of the strongest things about this player is the ability to space those dive kicks to make them a threat. Chewed up. Dap Vip. Game
Dap is
number one.
Really good today.
And this has been a pretty violent shift. I always talk about, like, if I had to compare like the two dominant Cammies on our scene, of course, talking about Kong and Dap, they play very different.
Yeah, they certainly.
I always say that Dap is definitely more of a passive style. I'm gonna lull you into more the ranges where I'm good, and Kong definitely more of like, I'm going to inflict my will upon you, and you're gonna hold this. Dive kick straight through the fireball. Watson Chan sees the spacing. Let's see some damage here. Oki follow up, no meter. Okay, gonna spin a red. You know, Dap gonna clean that up really quick. And that's the thing about Akuma, man, is if you make a mistake like that, yeah, it's gonna hurt, but you can get that health back pretty quick. Oh, Watson Chan being gifted this round.
Confirms.
I was almost worried that wasn't gonna kill, to be honest. I was like, man, you should
Cammy's such low health.
And they're both paper mache. When they hang in the sky, you want to bust it open and reap the pinata of Cammy. Okay, cheeky there, Dap Vip. With the EX drill, usually that is the anti-fireball move in this matchup. See Watson Chan pumping the brakes on the projectiles. And again, I like this idea of Watson Chan walking and blocking, really trying to take advantage of. You don't have these things first. Side switch. Respect DP. Ooh! Watson Chan not ready for it. Wow, what an auto-correct!
Trying to get out.
Wow, I thought the DP was gonna drop. I don't know anything about this game at all. You're dead.
Oh wow. That was quick. That was.
In the previous set between these two guys, it was Watson Chan in control, and walk into a crouch medium kick into death. And then kind of like that's kind of where it was decided. So again, you have to respect the stand medium kick range. Ooh, that's the punish you wanted.
Oh. Wow.
Watson Chan's like, I got one before. Damage. So that's an interesting thing to take note of. Watson Chan pushed himself out with the buttons, and then he whiffed the crouch medium punch at the same time. That time, Dap was ready for it. He wasn't committed to his strength. What a confirm here.
Great. Guess?
Yeah, man. Just throw him. Yeah, see? Ooh, sweep activate. That's fine. Dap can take all this damage. Dap can take all this damage. He just has to play defense. 55 seconds to play. And again, Watson Chan walking into that low forward range again saying, you have dropped this a couple times.
Ooh, just walk.
Dap Vip, again, one of the hallmark things about high-level players is they know exactly how to read the momentum and how much effort it takes to beat another player. And that 2 frames, I'm saying 2 frames, 2 out of 60 frames.
Round 1.
Watson froze up, here comes the throw. Dap Vip on match point to get into grand finals. I trade not in Akuma's favor. Okay, let's keep doing it. And it's like, that's the thing is, I would like to see Watson really try to get more confident in the fireball game. I think right now he's looking at it as too much black and white.
I think he tried pretty well in the beginning with the fireball game.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, the basic idea of the fireball game is if it's too far away, it's easy to react, but you can't get punished. But you got to find a sweet spot up close where it's too hard to react and you don't want to risk it. Like, just because Cammy's got 2 bars right now does not mean you just pump the brakes on the fireballs.
Right.
And I think Watson being a little too liberal, thinking he's playing Soul right now with the dragon punches.
Yeah. You just can't take anything off the option in this game.
Yeah. I mean, you know, in like this range, like I said, that's where you want to use your fireballs. Wow, caught him. A little bit of an air reset there. And the worst part about this scenario is even though Dap has got his back to the wall, he has so much room to experiment with just offense defense -5. Dead. Man, Watson Chan really betting the farm on that DP. That's going to be a pretty clean 3-0 by Dap.
Real quick sweep.
Yup.
Who's next up in the bracket?
Let's check it. So Dap will move on to Grand Finals. Watson Chan will drop to Losers Finals.
So it's just
and
too many camis, man.
Hey, you got to run a Cami Gauntlet. Welcome to Kansas City.
You know, every time, every bracket, I go against a cami.
You know what the C stands for in Kansas City, right?
Don't you say that. I'll move.
I'm sorry. You got to get up and go play anyways.
Okay.
All right, I got Frank Umar and Happy Trees on stream. Good luck to Frank Umar. Thanks for hanging out on commentary. He's got to run the Cami bracket, or Cami Gauntlet. And we're going to drop down to Losers Round 4 here. This is back to 2 out of 3 set. Joining me back on commentary is Mr. Watson Chan.
Set.
Losers Round 34. Can you imagine
Yeah,
having a bracket that giant?
that would be pretty absurd. God, how many people would there have to be?
I'm trying to think of even, like, if Evo doesn't even have 34 rounds of
Yeah, because they do pools.
even counting pools. Like, let's see, to get out of pools, if you get knocked into losers right away, and I know this because you're looking at a guy who's got knocked into losers right away and got out, six games.
Yeah.
So 6 rounds of loser side to get out of pools, and then you're in top 128. Like, you're looking at maybe tops 12 games, maybe. Probably not even that, like 8
Yeah, I don't
to
know.
get into like top 8 or something like that, to like get into grand finals. Certainly not
Gotta be
34.
something like that. Yeah.
But anyways, so top 8, Delta 8, you know how it goes. Alabar, Frank Umar already lamenting the fact that he has to fight yet another Cami, but hey man, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
He's got the tools to do it. Happy Tree is always a threat in these brackets.
I'll
He is-
play against a million souls before I'll play against Cat in Guilty Gear. Maybe next patch this character will actually get some meaningful nerfs for once.
What, Cami?
Yeah.
I like this matchup as Cam, man. It's hard, but it's rewarding.
It's always been bad for Akuma, and he's worse now than he's ever been in the game's entire lifespan.
Happy Tree's rocking the Alpha Cami outfit. I wish that I wish that the red coat didn't look so terrible
Yeah.
in terms of clipping.
I think it's funny when Camis use this costume against Karin with the nostalgia costume, because both of the codes are just terrible looking codes.
I like that Happy Trees definitely has woken up in terms of his one button hit confirmed. Oh, that was such a risky roundhouse. Nice delay crush counter. Have 2 in a row. Wow, he even got... I'm seeing new stuff. I've never seen it with that. Oh my god. Again, this is a turning point. This is a turning point when we talk about the momentum and the just absolute velocity of trying to keep up with the decision making that this other player is doing. You know, ideally you want to slow down and say just block it out. Frank Umar playing a different kind of game right now.
Hey, you want anything from Ponchos? Riley's gonna go by there.
I'm good right now. Well, just a chorizo burrito. Happy Trees back to the wall here. Frank Umar trying to get something started. Back throw. Let's see if Happy Trees can take the offense here. Wow, trading spaces. Back throw, extra damage. Frank Umar 1 game up.
Ed wins.
And again, I think that the hesitation stems from 2 things on Happy Trees' end. 1, I don't want to drop a hit confirm.
No, Cammy is more busted than Soul.
Fight.
2, is this man really going to walk up and do EXD? In either case, take the throw, except when the throw is going to kill. The neutral has finally slowed down. And as I say that, a dive kick to get things kicked right into gear. Nice cross under by Happy Trees. Back to the corner here. Frank Umar taking all this punishment, still half a brick away from a V-trigger activation. Happy Trees sitting on 1. Nice hit confirm. That's a scary hit confirm too with Ed. The low forward DP not always guaranteed to hit. Well, Happy Trees DP. That would be so sick if he did. Oh my god! I I don't know what to say. I'm so salty that worked. I'm so upset for everybody in a 3-state area. I'll even be upset for the homies in Massachusetts. Oh my God. So, you know, the thing about Happy Trees is he's like, you want to go dumb? Let's go dumb. We can play crazy.
Yeah.
You start seeing these hooligan combos fly, you know you are in for you're in for it. Oh man. Jump, nice DP. Happy Tree's got to get control of the board here. Again, Cammy gonna dominate that mid-range if Happy Trees is willing to commit to it. Plus, off the EX fireball, here comes the activation. Good check. Oh boy.
Ooh, and there you see the weakness. I think he tried to up kick there.
Yeah.
And that's like the weakness of Ed's up kicks as an anti-air.
Yeah, you want to talk about how bad that up kick is? Not strike invincible till frame 6. Like, who thought? This is your Dragon Punch. This is your anti-air.
Yeah.
Let's just intentionally make it horrible. And unlike Cammy, Ed really doesn't have that great of a pressive tool on the ground to justify that weakness in the air.
Yeah.
He's got good tools. He doesn't have back medium punch good tools. Happy Tree's mauling right now. Frank Umar, desperation, drumming those buttons on that hitbox and to get himself out of stun with the corner. See, he's got to chill on the roundhouse activations at Happy Tree's game number 1. And really just because Frank Umar just a little bit too impatient to not just block it out. Between rounds here, Bap Attack, thanks for the sub and the gifted sub to Papa Bear. Shoutouts to Kansas. Hope things are well out there, my man. Bap Attack, my girlfriend, thank you. Much love, etc. So forth. All right, let's get right back to it here. HTFU. I think the only thing I would say about Frank Umar's play right now is just softly put that stand roundhouse on ice. Just a little bit. Not very long. We're not trying to get freezer burn here. Just let it chill.
Oh, he had the shimmy, but he was too late.
Yeah, but he walked back full screen like he was Dawson.
That sucks.
Oh my God, Watson Chan.
Whiff punish the throw with up kicks.
Don't be tilted. If you're at home, don't be tilted. Happy Trees flipping the script on match point now, trying to get into losers finals against Watson Chan. Decent little tap in for damage there. Wow. I don't even know. I'm not going to pretend like I know. Yeah, you deserve this. Happy Trees couldn't cut it short. Oh, nice reset off the Cammy Plexus. The forward roundhouse. Have 2 in a row. Welcome to the dance here. He is trying to force Frank Umar into doing something crazy. Guard break. Goes for the frame trap. He's got to be careful here. Wow, thread the needle. Oh, the EXDP. What a bait by Happy Trees. Yes, Frank Umar still has breath, though. No, are you kidding me? I was just getting ready to say, don't do it. And he done did it, Watson Chan. Yeah. I'm beside myself.
He did do it.
It ain't be how it do, but that's how it be. Did done. Back strong. Stay in the corner. Walk up and say hello. You can't condition, family. Motherfucking Chachi, dude.
Oh my God.
Okay. Nice bait here. Frank Umar, chance to run away with it. Stun mounting for Cammy. A big shimmy. No super. Holding on to it. What a wake-up button by Happy Tree saying, nah, I know you're looking for the throw here. I got buttons. Safe. Ooh, catches him in the air. Other side. DP by Happy Trees. Back and forth here. Next hit's going to kill. EXDP all the way to this side. It has no overhead right now.
Yeah.
Happy Trees with the V-bar. He can break up the snatcher attempt. Ooh, the walk-up throw with the trade. Or that scramble situation. Frank Umar.
No, you can't be reversal snatcher anymore. That was the whole point of the guard crush.
You can totally be if he hits you with it. The guard crush comes in the punch. If he hits you with snatcher.
Oh, you mean like
the ray?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not the downwards punch.
Oh, I see.
Losers finals. Watson Chan. Frank Umar. Frank Umar wants a break. I don't blame him. His street, the things that he is doing right now makes me want to die. You can't be reversal, fam. And here's the thing. Here's my little sidearm 2-cent prediction. This is the exact play style that can tilt the Watson chain. Yo, do you want 2 minutes? Okay. I'll talk about it. These are the kind of things, right? You see this type of play, and you can call it scrubby, you can call it random, you can call it scrub buster, you can call it whatever you want. The main purpose is you got to ask yourself, is it working? And the reason why it's important to be exposed to this type of play is because these type of players exist in your pools. They exist, at the combo breakers. They exist at the CEOs. They exist at the EVOs. There's no quality check when you get to the door and say, hey, are you a godlike, Are you a godlike Grant Warlord online blah 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 blah? No, nobody cares. It's open season, man. I'm like 900% sure I have V reversal Snatcher like 100 million times. But anyways, it's crazy. Like this kind of play, like man, again. If you are choosing to be salty about it, you can call it scrubby, you can call it all kinds of stuff, but you have to acknowledge that it exists. You have to acknowledge these types of players exist, and how are you going to adapt in the moment? Well, let's see how Watson Chan takes it. We're at the end of our 2-minute break here. Frank Umar squaring off against Watson Chan. Against Watson Chan probably going to do Akuma. But these guys play a lot. Watson Chan got kind of a deep bag of his own in terms of character select. He's got Cammy, he's got Karin, he's got Sakura, he's got a Ryu, he's got Akuma. Who else has Watson Chan played? Urian for a hot second? Probably has the best G free. And Frank Umar. Got some characters. We've seen Ed. We already know about Ed. Let's not talk about Ed. He's got Lucia, and he's got Nash. And despite all the buffs and quality of life improvements that Nash has got in the recent, basically 2 seasons of improvement, still says Nash isn't good enough. Stand medium kick the god. Stepu Kiku. Man. I'm so stressed right now. I'm just so stressed right now over that last match. I know as soon as I go to bump, as soon as I go to break, Frank's gonna stroll in there. So how you guys doing stream? Top in the shop. July 8th, 2021. Anyone going to Summer Jam or CO? Got a couple players going to CO, I know for sure. I didn't even know Summer Jam was going to be a thing, to be honest. I definitely won't be going, though. Economy got to pick up a little bit. Then I can start going out. Anyways, guys, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. If you want to get involved, Kansas City Fighting Game community, if you're in the area, check us out on Facebook.com/groups/KCFGC. Been kind of quiet the last couple weeks in the group. I said most people are grinding away a Guilty Gear Strive, which is turning out to be a good game, I guess. I haven't gotten to play it. One of my goals coming to locals has been like I desperately want to try it before I buy it. You know? Usually I just kind of like, you know, blindly just buy the fighting games, buy all the DLC, just to have a tournament set up, and it's like, I don't know if another fighting game's ever gonna grab me the way that Street Fighter does, you know? All right, Frank is back. Frank is back. I was trying to see if Beanman was trying to hop on commentary. He's kind of giving me the eye right now. He was like, "You want to get flogged?" Frank Umar using the charisma right now. Rolling the diplomacy check. Watson Chan with the sense motive trying to deflect it. Said, I will not be enchanted by your wild ways. Let's talk about the match. Well, we can talk about the match whenever we get it in there. It's a 3 out of 5 gentlemen losers finals. 3 out of 5 set. Losers finals. Looks like we're going to the Ryu. So, one of the major advantages of this, well, I know Akuma can kind of do the same thing. I was going to say, pairing the V-Skill 2, if Watson Chan can find the sweet spot of the spacing for it, is definitely a deterrent from Ed. But then therein lies the puzzle to solve. If Ryu is looking for the spacing to deal with Ed V-Skill 2, then he's not throwing fireballs in the first place, thus why is Ed using V-Skill 2? So kind of a back and forth in the decision making. We'll see Watson definitely a little more insight on the Ryu pick than I am. And let's get to it. And the same thing, if Frank Umar stands at range and wants to throw fireballs, you know, Watson ain't gonna be able to parry them. Parry them. So checking the flicker. Minus on block. Ooh, walk straight into that solar plexus. Good optimal damage. Get something we haven't seen tonight from the Ryus we've seen on screen. Sweep activate. Big fireballs. Frank Umar trying to get a hard read through, and Watson Chan immediately sensing, hey, you're going to clam up. Here's a throw. Yeah, DP follow-up. That is the demise that comes from that V-Trigger 1 pick, in addition to just literally turning Ryu into a Gatling gun of fireball pressure. Tatsu threw the projectile early on, so Watson Chan's like, I don't need to sit back. I don't need to sit back. I got the schoolboy threads on. I'm going to show you. You got the class president look. I got the delinquent look. Frank Umar trying to establish that early DP. Ooh, minus all parry right there. That was the sweet spot for it. Medium kick Tatsu to stay in front, keep the Oki. Now Watson's like, no. We've seen this. Ooh, micro step combo. Opts for the target combo instead. Frank Umar not out of this yet. Oh, never mind. Oh, gotta see one. Roundhouse, activate, here it comes. Wow, and Watson Chan opting to low pro the potential cross up. And I say that's the thing is, when I talk about, this is a side avenue, and I made the point earlier about give yourself a chance to win. Jumping is the same way. Had he landed that cross up, right?
Round 1.
I'm not gonna say would it have mattered, but it would not have won the game. Give yourself a chance to win. I like the frame trap there on Frank Umar, ending the pressure in that stand pierce punch. Nice block sweep and some damage. Good parry, challenging the dash up. Say, hey man, you gotta earn that frame advantage. Ooh, trying to sweep a la Street Fighter 4 option select. Yeah, okay, so first time tonight, Frank Umar has really been punished for those blocked roundhouses. And Watson Chan mentioned on stream Ryu with one of the best stand light kicks in the business for a -4 punish or greater. Nice, straight to the fireball. Again, you don't have to do a hard read. Projectiles in this game, man. You just see the blue fireball on screen and then DP. Anti-fireball through it. And Watson Chan really trying to say, like, this is my frame advantage. You have to respect it. I'm talking about frame advantage. Here comes V-Trigger 2. Ooh, okay, I like Watson Chan opting to jump back. Only take one more throw, next hit kills. Oh, man, Watson Chan trying to neutral jump a throw right there. Or excuse me, I think he's trying to jump out with a Tatsu and Frank Umar able to get that round while keeping all 3 of those blue bars. What a bait by Frank Umar. His Spark baiting out that Tatsu, and he is close to DP. Oh, wow, he didn't give himself a chance, man. You're going to meet him with any button. Roundhouse, why? Oh, errant input by Watson Chan, going to cost him that entire game. Frank Umar on the most wanted list right now for that theft.
Ed wins.
I'm not going to say that's like you're going to put $100 in the middle of the road, you expect it not to get scooped up. That's exactly what Frank Umar did. So now I'm not here to get paid tonight. I'm trying to get up into that grand finals. It's been a while.
Fight.
Solar plexus straight through the Spark. So Watson Chan's like, nah, this is bait. Let's see if Frank Umar can play the wheel of he knows that I know that he knows. All of it coming off that Spark. Look at this pressure here by Ryu. 3 in a row. The hip toss. 4 in a row. Finally teched away. EX Fireball. Surprised it didn't stun. Watson Chan might have been thinking of a stun early on. The V-trigger, no matter what the outcome here, the most important part is it gets Frank Umar away from that stun, but it's not going to matter. Watson Chan follows it up. Again, kind of starting to dismantle the extreme hard reads. You trying to get on this? The extreme hard reads of Frank Umar. Joining me now on commentary, Mr. Grilled Cheese. Hello. Happy belated birthday, by the way.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, man.
I'm liking all the Ryu in the brackets, man.
Oh, yeah?
Watson was playing Akuma earlier, right?
Oh, man, he went back roundhouse on that combo. Shoto short. Ambiguous. Frame advantage. Ooh, what a whiff punish by Frank Umar. Can't really get anything off that Fierce Punch. Ooh, busting up the fireball here. Frank Umar getting it back to mid-screen. What a meaty here. Really saying you better chill on that 3-frame, homie. You committed to that block string? Welcome. Watson's like, I got one too. With the cinematic finish on the back end. Tail the fireball, catching Ed. Oh, I was going to say, somebody's looking to go low right here. Frank Umar pops the sweep. It's so dangerous right now. Watson Chan can't afford a hard read off that. The Gatling gun Ryu here in 1992 desperately wants to get that bar. No anti-air. Frank Umar trying to go for the swing for the fences. Not once, but twice in the batting cages.
You know, at first you don't succeed. Just try again.
DP again. I mean, that's again. I mentioned it over and over again tonight. It's you got to give yourself a chance to win. And Frank Umar, again, it is nothing short of swinging for the fences. It's like you're down by 4 runs. Your 1 home run's not going to matter. Just get on base. And he's like, nah, I'm trying to hit the upper deck. -2 scenario, Watson Chan opting for the parry, saying, what do you know here? 2 parries back and forth. Frank Umar keeping the meaty tight that time with the forward throw. It's like both players don't want to sit still. Because Watson's in the corner, and he's immediately going to try to jump out Tatsu. Frank Umar under pressure, EXCP. And right now, Watson Chan is putting that pressure on there. CZ does not have any meter. Tried to dash in behind that fireball twice in a row. Throw with the -2 to see if Frank Umar can develop off that. Nice confirm. Go forward, finds a mark. Gonna hold this pressure here. A little bit of a scramble situation after the jump in. Watson Chan confirming that stand jab. Oh, gets away with that one. Frank in a good spot. Good defense, still pressing buttons and just flicker away. Just drumming the fingers on those punches. You're going to get flicker to come out. Ed does not have inputs other than Spark, forward medium punch. Oh, Watson Chan's like, nah. I know this. I know what you want to do. Let me take it away. Frank Umar putting a halt to the throw chain really quick. Saw 4 earlier. Nice to confirm on the whip punish. This is the dangerous spot. You're like, is he meaning to whip punish, or are these buttons just finding a way because of button priority? Nice whip punish. Oh, Frank Umar didn't get it. We're kind of 2 normals back in a row. Watson Chan forced to build some meter, desperately trying to get a sweep to get this activate on. Is Frank Umar going to give him a chance? Stand medium kick. Less damage here. Big drop. Frank Umar going to get tied up here. 2-2. Like I was saying earlier, man, the type of Street Fighter that Frank Umar is committed to playing kind of is the antithesis to how Watson wants to play Street Fighter. And if both of their approaches are completely valid, it's just, I want to play Street Fighter this way, he wants to play Street Fighter this way. Again, it's all about who's going to make these frame-perfect adaptations. And it's like, you want to talk about that Tatsu? Why is that Tatsu? It doesn't matter. Both these players are going nuts. Frank Umar backdashing. What a bait. Oh no, big drop by Watson. Trying to keep it simple too on that crush. Double roundhouse down light kick DP is what he wanted. Frank Umar though, taking his chance to get back. Okay, getting a little too predictable here. Throwing the fireballs, dashing behind him, makes his roundhouse safe. I like, just don't deal with the mix-up. Keep it safe, tick throw. How's this offense going to evolve? Everything after this is just free money. Twice in a row, EXDP. It did more damage mentally, I promise you, than what it actually did. That was like 40 damage DP tops. Watson Chain trying to eat some meter here. Oh, had a good idea. The beast skill 2 low prone under that roundhouse. Wake up button. He's like, you want to go Oki? But what Frank Umar does have is match point to get up into grand finals against DAP. Can Watson Chain stop this basically unstoppable force of Frank Umar's head? One throw on the board, low forward, again, trying to catch him walking back. We've seen the throw offense evolve. Man, just crouch beating punch, flicker all day long. EX fireball, you cannot get the super fireball, like Daigo says. Yeah, calling out the backdash. Had a little bit of a delay on Frank Umar's part though. Yeah, you gotta hold this. Oh, Watson Chain dropping that counter hit though. Frank Umar so close here, 1 bar away. Plus frames, Watson Chain really touching the stove. Oh, the big drop, and Frank Umar takes it 3-2 over Watson Chain.
Come on back!
He's a little excited. A couple of unfortunate drops on Watson's part, but Frank Umar is really able to capitalize on the situations there.
You know, I guess, like I said, man, it's not about, you know, oh, you got lucky, I dropped my combo. It's more of like, okay, did he punish it the right way? You know, drops are gonna happen, man. And Watson might have been a little too on the Akuma level.
I was surprised when I looked over and saw him playing Ryu.
Yeah,
I was like,
I would be interesting to see like what his take was, and I'm willing to bet that the parry was the deciding factor, or maybe he thought that he could scam some free damage with V-Trigger 1 activates. You know, really trying to test, you know, how much do you know about Ryu V-Trigger 1 projectiles. Alright, so let's keep it going here. We got Grand Finals coming up next. Frank Umar powering all the way through losers bracket will face DatVip in Grand Finals for Top in the Shop, July 8th, 2021. I'm your stream host for this evening, Robbie V. Joining me on commentary, Mr. Grilled Cheese. Hello. And we got a Grand Finals 3 out of 5 set. So if you are... Can I get Dap and Frank Umar on stream, please? I assume they'd come and sit down.
Yeah, he could have just stayed there, but he was a little excited. He had to get up and take a lap, take a victory lap.
If you're not familiar with a double elimination tournament, DatVip is on winner's side. So what that means is he has to win. He has to lose 3 games for Frank Umar to reset the bracket. Frank Umar must win 3 to stay in the tournament. If Dap wins 3 here, the tournament is over. Frank knocked into losers bracket by Dap. So
the run back.
A run back, a double Jeopardy scenario. Again, I can't say enough things of DatVip getting a top 8 finish. I think technically he finished like 6th or something because he got in the top 8 and then he beat Brutus. And that's just always cool, man. And like I said, it's exciting to have a player of that caliber in your scene because that is just an outlet for you to learn the game. Pick his brain, say like, okay, well, how do you think about this scenario? How do you feel about this, etc., etc. All right, Grand Finals here. Ed versus Cammy. Frank Umar.
Let's see if Dap goes with the V-Trigger 2. He's been running that a lot lately, just for shits and grins.
So if I'm Dap, and I've been peeking in over people's shoulders during Frank Umar's run,
he does have a reset, so he could take it just to mess around and see what happens.
Well, that's the thing.
Oh, there it goes.
You see from Dap's perspective in Grand Finals, it's like, yeah, technically you have 3 extra games to experiment or test things out, however you want to decide it. Frank Umar has been making some absolute nut draw reads tonight, and the thing is they have been working out. You have to respect that. You have to respect that this guy is willing to do the damn
For
thing.
those who I wish to protect,
So,
I will fight
Dap,
you.
a very kind of cautious, again, cautious type Cammy.
You a high-def picture of strength.
So,
I'm shaking you.
it's really going to come down to the thing against Frank Umar here is he's got to technically win 6 games to win the tournament, and how deep are the pockets go in terms of these nut reads.
He's been really keeping the pace of his games kind of high tonight too. Frank Umar has.
Yeah.
It's been going well for him.
Look at this.
Now he's getting a taste of his own medicine.
Yeah,
In the corner
little-
for Cammy.
Yeah, it's a little persistent pressure here. Early check on the dash punch. Missed kick from by Dap, but he's going to make it up on the dive kick. Absolutely. So that conditioning built in from you've had to sit there in the corner and take all this, you are in block mode. Scramble throw situation there. Frank Umar losing the opportunity to get anything off that V trigger, that bit. Putting a lid on it very quickly.
Round 2. Fight.
And again, the story in this matchup is always going to be decided here in this neutral. Ed needs to get a life lead here before he finds himself in the corner against Cammy. And that chip, I mean, that gray life, it matters, man. Especially against Cammy,
I was
lower
gonna
health
say.
character, it matters. Oh no. Thread the needle there, jump light kick from Dap. Okay, there's one nut draw, works out. The DPs and the neutrals, what do you got to watch out for? That bit go back to mid-screen, finds a delay meaty. I think Frank Umar trying to backdash. Didn't see a counter hit indicator come up. I think he just caught him like in that weird middle spot.
I'll play with you. Snatcher.
All right, go straight for throw. Let's see if he can get a shimmy here.
Snatcher.
Yeah, still have to deal with it. All right, that game number 1. So some things to point out about that match.
Cammy win.
Neither player really got a chance to establish a mode of attack. Neither player really got to establish a mode of attack. Didn't see like a whole lot of like tip throw shimmy. Didn't see a whole lot of extended pressure in the button department.
2 rounds of scramble basically.
I would say 2 rounds of let's see how far you're willing to press it. And Frank Umar definitely showed like, nah, I got my DP in. And you're thinking about it. I know you're thinking about it. I know that I'm thinking about you thinking about it. It's kind of the situation here. We're at the bathhouse. We're trying to stay slick. We're trying to stay slippery with the defense.
He did try to capitalize off that DP mind game there in the last game because he did a dash up, but he got checked. And
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing is though. Dappa goes, how brave are you? Let's see. Huge drop by Dap and you can see that red light peel off. That is the hardest part about Cammy. Whoa. All right, we are 1 for 2 now on the nut draws. Kind of a testament again to Dap Bib's experience. Like, I'm not gonna let that tilt me. I'm not gonna let that tilt me. Nice. I really like that. And you know why I like that? Because Frank Umar walking up, not using the stand roundhouse, using stand medium kick, the safe option, made it to where it was gonna block, not whip. And Frank Umar been kind of killing himself, letting the roundhouses fly. Questionable dive kick, smart to hold down back. EX dive kick, harder to make advantageous than the regular ones. I like this walk and block in on Dap too, because every one of these buttons that Dap is pressing, he has got to react instantly to a hit confirm. A lot of stress building up on the Cammy's players' part. I sympathize with them. As my hit
I don't
confirm-
sympathize with Ken.
Nah, nah.
Or Ed's, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I hate every character that's not mine. And even when Ken loads up, I go, this is a bad matchup. Yo, look at this. Yeah, Dap's got to do it. Got to do it. Frank Umar on the defense. Oh, gets caught pressing buttons. I think he's
All right,
looking for
let's
a
see what this
trade.
V-trigger does.
Oh, Frank Umar is EXDP. Don't do it. Give yourself a chance to win. Ooh. Nice. Absolutely. Man, that bit was really putting the pedal to the metal, trying to run him down before he could get that spacing. And Frank Umar, again, give himself a chance to win. He's like, you are going to force the issue with this dive kick.
Round 1. Fight.
You watch this matchup, there's a really good set between Infiltration and NL on the internet. And it's not as refined as what we're watching, but there's definitely shades of it where the match is literally decided in the middle of the screen. Because if either one of the characters gets stuck in these situations, curtains. I know that's a very John Madden way of approaching it. Look at that delay button by Frank Umar. Made it work against Watson Chan. Oh, okay. This is it? Oh, man. This is a real match. I love that neutral jump and that shimmy. Frank Umar making plays right now.
Round 2.
That Ed theme is pumping, and so is my head. Ooh, okay, that was whip punish territory for the dive kicks again. Still something players got to get used to with the C65 change of Cammy's dive kicks is that extra whip punish frames on the back end. Stand medium kick, what's up? If Frank Umar doesn't take anything else away from this win or this set, it's that let's use more stand medium kick and less roundhouse. Ooh. Yeah, this is a good pace now. Both these players are now playing the tug of war of who's willing to do it. Hey, absolutely demolish trying to upkick. Wonderful whip punish. Dat Vip, shove him all the way to the corner, blowing up the spark. Okay. So that Vip's, like I said, he's respecting it. He's respecting it. And Frank Umar still will not be deterred.
That was like the smallest little Cammy shimmy I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But it works.
Man, the dash up. The DAP classic. It's one of those things where you're like, don't get hit, don't get hit, don't get hit. Dash up, get clipped by low forward, you're dead. In that case, stand fierce. I like it. I like it. Much better poke than using the commit of roundhouse.
Look, just standing there. That's not something you used to see a lot from Frank Umar. Was willingness just to kind of stand there
just
and
to chill. Yeah, absolutely. He's running out of real estate though. That Vip, he's like, you know, I got a little bit of a life deficit right now. I'm gonna tap in a stand medium kick though, make it work. Dive kick too high. Dap immediately recognized it. Was like, you know the frame advantage? Throw. Chewed up by the Cammy pressure, the +3 zone. Neutral jump, empty. Frank Umar needs to get the corner back. Hey, nice, I was gonna say he paid attention to, but it's a big drop. Don't get deterred by it. Nerves of steel right now. Oh, and it's over again. It's one of those things of don't get hit, don't get hit, don't get hit. Dash straight into a check. Dap just said, "You suck. Your shirt sucks. Your shirt sucks." Iron Man.
He said, "I heard it. I heard it."
The bigger question here, Grilled Cheese, is why are they listening to me?
Yeah.
Dat Vip, one game away from taking this tournament. Frank Umar not far behind. Let's open up with a crush counter.
So a missed input on the dive kick there and a missed anti-air opportunity. Medium kick, getting a lot of mileage out of it, like you were saying.
Yeah, man, it's just like I would say the major thing about the Frank getting knocked into losers was that he's misspacing those roundhouses. So the medium kick is really clearing that up. Also, it's plus on block too. Like,
it's really good against Cammy because it hits so high. So if she just happens to be trying to jump into a dive kick in that moment, then you catch that too.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, Frank Umar playing out of his mind right now. Some of the best Street Fighter I've ever seen him play. Let's take it. That's such abysmal damage for one bar. I'm gonna say it again. I empathize with the Ed player. I'm just kidding. Fuck him. Take this damage all the way back to the corner. This is a damage. Okay. Yeah, no, give yourself a chance to win. Why are you jumping at the corner? Back medium punch, up DP by Cammy. It's all there. Plus frames. Frank Umar, huge life lead. Dat Vip, playing the slow game. Exactly one button. You are always one button away from death against me, sir. Now we're catching up. My drops for your drops. Dat Vip in the corner. Here comes excellent V reversal. Could not have said. I couldn't get the words out fast enough. Craziness. Oh, that time on top of it. Got a little too greedy, and Dat Vip taking advantage of. I'm just gonna say it. Cammy is the worst character in the game. Oh God, she needs that. She needs to be able to anti-air dash underneath you.
That was twice that game. Frank Umar tried to jump in the corner, and both times it put him into a horrible position afterwards.
Dude, I can't, man. I'm saying the patience of just holding your ground. That is the lesson. Oh no. The threads of fate starting to pull apart for Fred Umar here in Grand Finals. Dashes into another button. Dap says, that's not in there for Super. I'm going to hold on to it. And look at all this health. Look at all this stage that Dap can just hold back. And he's like, you know what? I could take this throw, but I'm still going to tell you. I got the lead. I got the read right now. Now I'm holding down back.
Oh, man.
All right.
Dab said, this isn't the first time an Ed's been -2 in my face. I know what's coming here. I think another thing that might have been coming into play here a little bit is Dap is an extremely experienced tournament player. He's been in Grand Finals many times. And Frank Umar is just, starting to grow into that.
Yeah, get his flow, man.
I think this is the second, maybe third time he's been in Grand Finals here. So
no, there's definitely a lot of merit to what you just said about, that being as experienced he is, it takes those nerves kind of off the table.
It does.
Again, nerves are always a human condition.
And you think that if you've come out and played in tournaments for like years, that Grand Finals doesn't matter, but Grand Finals is 3 out of 5 instead of 2 out of 3. It's a lot different.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is once you're like you'll turn a corner. Everybody who competes that gets to it this level, and I'm just saying gets to a Grand Finals or a crucial high stress moment, you start to realize, look, I've been here before. I can do this. It's just another day. All right. Enough talk. Nobody cares. Dap takes it in 3. Frank Umar puts 1 on the board. Let's take a look at top 8. Exclamation point bracket if you want to walk back through it. Smaller tournament tonight, but a fun tournament nonetheless. First place Dap with a 4-0 clean. Topping the shop victory. We haven't seen Dap and Kong yet.
That's true.
I don't even know if we've seen RTY and Kong yet.
I mean, I don't remember the last time Kong came out and actually played in bracket. I think the last time he was here was like a Saturday or something.
He's the hidden boss, man.
Yeah, he's
Frank
like
Umar.
You got to put in the secret code just to get him to come out.
Frank Umar, second place. Excellent, fun games to watch tonight. And again, what I said earlier, you can call it scrubby, you can call it random, you call it whatever you want. The biggest question is, can you beat it? Can you beat it when it matters? Watson Chan taking 3rd place. Akuma Ryu. 4th place Happy Trees, 5th place Valteria, 6th place Beansman, 7th place Tim, and 8th place Digimon Movie OST. So again, thanks to our participants tonight. If you guys want to get involved with Kansas City Fighting Games, look no further than the KCFGC up there. You can Google Kansas City Fighting Game Community. You can search it on the Facebook bar, it'll come up. You'll be all in the know for all things fighting games in KC. Strive is hitting right now. Everybody's basically switched their setups over to Strive. Like as soon as they were out of Street Fighter, they're just like, hey, let's go to Strive. So
it's new. It's fun.
It's new. It's exciting. We made it. We're at the 2-week part. No, it's lasted a little longer than 2 weeks. But anyway, special thanks to guys on commentary tonight. Frank Umar, Mr. Grilled Cheese, Watson Chan holding it down and said it's definitely not a one-man band. And also thanks to the subs tonight. So all that and more. We'll be back here Saturday night, grinding it out, Top in the Shop EX. Come through if you want to get some games in, and that's going to do it for us tonight. So remember, the worst thing you can do when it comes to playing a fighting game is never pick up a controller. We'll see you guys next time. Play the video. Someone play the video.